Ah, shit. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. Welcome, everybody, to the, yeah, muted, yep. And luckily, I have fixed that because I am super cool and rad. Oh, man. Oh, oops. Okay, yep. And also, yeah, today we're going to be doing a live stream talking about any of your potential Oscar predictions, or like, where we think the race is at, currently right now. What does E mean? To be fair, that was a test. I was trying to test this new system for highlighting chats. So, yeah. And if you guys are members, you get a little special thing here for when it comes to highlighting your chats. You get to be labeled as having a membership, which means you're cool and rad. You have E on one of your emojis. Oh yeah, there is also that. Hold on. Yeah, and you can get this emoji by becoming a member of the Hannahcast channel. Yo, ZJ13 Goat. Oh my god. Wait, did you actually just renew your membership, or did it like, or was that like a thing? Why is the chat on members only? It shouldn't be members only. Wait, what? Did I actually do that? Uh-oh. Oops. Oopsies. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, there you go. Okay, guys. It's fixed now. You can send your chats. You can send chats. I was reusing certain things. Yeah, it has been fixed. It has been fixed. Sorry about that. But however, I do have members only streams every week for members. Wink. Mainline Production says, yay. And like I said, guys, consider becoming a member of the channel. Because if you don't know, hold on, let me pull this out. Yeah, we have lots of different, emojis, badges, member exclusive content like streams and member exclusive videos. Lots of cool things for only $2 a month. Consider becoming a member. It really means a lot. Or you could gift memberships. That is also an option. Gifting memberships is also cool. You could just, yeah. Oops, hold on, let me fix this. Yep. Oh yeah, I forgot. I literally have a button for this. Why did I do that? Have you seen Sinners yet? If so, what'd you think of it? No, I have not seen Sinners because I lack the funds to do so. I'm already trying to figure out how to get the rest of Rent this month. Although luckily it's not going to be as much in previous months. It's probably going to end up being like I need to figure out how to get like maybe $150 or something like that. Maybe. I don't know exactly how much, but it's not going to be anywhere near as much. I have a feeling Sinners could win picture and continue the streak of sweepers. I'm not gonna lie. Have you looked into a second job? I've been trying, but in West Virginia, it absolutely sucks here. I want to get out of here and move to regular Virginia. But in terms of your Sinners question, that is absolutely that could happen. And I'm not gonna lie, I have been really toying with the idea of Sinners winning Best Picture, but however, the problem is I need to figure out who would win Best Lead Actor. Not lead actor. I would need to figure out who would win an acting Oscar, because that's another thing. Like, we've seen in recent years that when movies are winning Best Picture, they want to celebrate, like, everyone. They want to celebrate the filmmakers. They want to celebrate the actors. So it's like, even with Mikey Madison in Anora, it's like she managed to beat the odds, like beating someone who was almost a sweeper in Demi Moore, and Mikey Madison ended up winning Best Actress because her film was winning Best Picture. So it's like, that's the thing. I want to figure out who would win an acting award, but no one seems really locked in right now. Oh, I could see that. Wait, do you think Miles Caton can win Best Supporting Actor? I really want to see the film for myself. I need to see if he has that kind of moment. Now, I have heard that Miles Caton does have a, like he is like one of the main focuses of The Scene. I have not seen The Scene, but I'm assuming those who have seen Sinners know about The Scene, and that from what I've heard, Miles Caton is kind of like a big part of that, even though it's mostly him singing. That if he's kind of associated with The Scene, then maybe he could win. I don't know, but I don't know. Kieran Curtis says Jay Kelly will win picture. It's Noah Baumbach's time. That could happen too. That might happen. But I guess the other problem is that, like, Sinners is like. I need to see, like, granted, this is only its second weekend, but so it's kind of hard to tell where it's going to go, but, like, the reviews are better than, like, the reviews are better than any Best Picture winner we've had in a long time. So it's kind of hard to say. Sinners has the elements of a Best Picture winner. A horror film has already won, so it can happen again. But to be fair, the last time it happened was Silence of the Lambs, and that was a long time ago. So it's like, I don't want to, like, say it's because, oh, well, a horror film happened, like, won once, it can happen again. There's still obviously a horror bias, or really kind of a genre bias in the Academy for the most part. Depends on if Jay Kelly fails on getting Sandler an Oscar, no one else is strong enough, or if the Academy really loves Caden. Yeah, that's the thing. I need, like Adam Sandler, from everything I've heard, is like Oscar win worthy in Jay Kelly. Sinners will do well with American voters, but it won't do well with international voters. What I need to see from Sinners for me to go, okay, this is winning. Okay, well, like, I could already toy with the idea of it maybe winning Best Picture, but what it needs, it doesn't need to win a lot of BAFTAs, because it's probably not going to. But can it still be nominated for a lot of BAFTAs? Because look at Everything Everywhere All at Once. It only won one BAFTA, and that was editing, but it got nominated for pretty much everything it needed to get nominated in. I mean, the only major miss it had was, I guess costume design wasn't like the big miss, but I guess, like, you could also say but Stephanie Hsu was probably the one where it's like, oh, okay, yeah, like that was kind of a blow for Everything Everywhere at the BAFTAs. But at the same time, you know, I do feel like it still got nominated for a lot of BAFTAs, so it was still very, very strong, you know? So that's kind of why I'm and also Anora. Anora only won two of its BAFTAs, didn't perform that well, but it still got all the nominations it needed to get. After the Hunt could win. I'm not gonna lie, I took After the Hunt out. I kind of took After the Hunt out because it's getting really crowded. Miles Caton was very great, and that scene could put him on the spot of one of the 5 nominees. Do you think Eddington could win an award at Cannes? I'm not exactly sure. I need to see what the response for Eddington is. The scene is one of those unforgettable scenes. At BAFTAs, it can win casting and below the line awards. But I need to know that scene. Is Miles Caton, like, when you think of that scene, again, I've not seen the movie, but is Miles Caton, like, something you think of when you come out of that scene? Like you're thinking, he's like what made that scene work. I mean, obviously there's other things as well, but it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, do you think of him coming out of the scene? I wouldn't be surprised if Sandler wins. His role in Baumbach's film, The Meyerowitz Stories, was Oscar-worthy too. Baumbach knows how to get the best out of him. That is true. He was great in that film. I don't know if I would nominate him for an Oscar for that, but at the same time, that was a very, very stacked year. Like, that was a very good year. I have Begonia at 1 at this point. Best Picture. All right. Caden is great in the film and will get precursors, but might not even get nominated at the Oscars. It's his first ever acting credit, and they don't always nominate actors with no track record. But they do when the film itself is strong. That's the thing. You look at Troy Kotzer, you look at, it's great. Stephanie Hsu wasn't really that well known before Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like, I guess like the most notable thing she did was, the SpongeBob musical, where she played Karen. But again, Everything Everywhere All at Once was still a very, very strong film. So it's like, I do feel, and also Mikey Madison was still not that well known, but Honora was just that strong. I do think if Sinners is as strong as it is, yeah, Miles Caton's not that well known, but if Sinners is strong, then he can be strong. Like Clarence Macklin, at the end of the day, Sing Sing was a nothing burger. It didn't really do anything. Like, granted, it did get a few nominations at the Oscars, but the fact that it didn't get in Best Picture showed that, you know, Clarence Macklin wasn't like what they just didn't really see Sing Sing, but everyone is seeing Sinners, so I think that's the problem. Delroy Lindo has a better chance of the nom. Admittedly, I'm kind of wondering if we could see a double supporting nomination for this. Miles Caton makes this scene amazing with his singing. Tempting. Ryan Coogler could win director. See, that's also what I'm wondering. It's like, because on one hand, like, from everything I've been hearing, like, Ryan Coogler is, like the filmmaker of the, like, he is this guy, people are saying this is his best directed effort yet. But at the same time, the director's branch is very snobby when it comes to, like, big budget spectacle directors. Like, even All Quiet on the Western Front couldn't get in. And I'm not going to buy the idea that it was because Edward Berger was not well known, because literally the next year they nominated Justine Triet for Anatomy of a Fall for director, and she was not well known. I think it had to do with the fact that Edward Berger was directing, like, a big spectacle film. I still am not predicting Begonia. I still need to see a trailer, and I think this is going to be more bizarre than Poor Things, and it feels too similar to Lanthimos' earlier films in his filmography. That, like, I will say, like, from what I've heard, like, that's not, like, how do I describe it? It's like, I don't blame you for that. I don't really blame you, because, you know, because Begonia is very strange. Like, I don't know what to make of Begonia. Although the thing is, I don't know if it's going to be stranger than Poor Things, because from what we're hearing, Begonia is a lot more contemporary. Like, I've seen people say that, oh yeah, it's gonna win, like, Begonia's gonna win production design and costume design. I was thinking that too until I found out that this movie's way more contemporary than we're thinking. Like, the Begonia is not going to be Poor Things or The Favorite in space. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be a lot more domestic and contemporary than that. They were saying that about Denis Villeneuve early last year. That is true. Although, but you could also, if you want to make an argument in favor of Ryan Coogler, you could also say this isn't like based on pre-existing IP. It's not like a big studio movie. It is a big original film. But at the same time, you could also say that it's still, you know, big spectacle. So I don't know. For all movie theater goers out there, I have one word to say, especially you, Hannahcast. Chicken jockey! I'm thinking of when George Miller got nominated for Mad Max and Todd Phillips for Joker. Those were big spectacle films that are also very auteur-driven that got director noms. Joker's not a big spectacle film. I would not say that at all. Like, no. I would not say Joker is at all big spectacle. It is very, like, low-key and kind of, like, very... It's a much smaller film than other DC projects. I mean, hell, 1917... Honestly, if you were to go for that year, you could have used 1917 as an example of this, because like, yeah, that's actually big spectacle, not Joker. I don't think Joker counts as that at all. Wait, and Get Out again. Get Out was definitely not large scale spectacle. That was very like righty and character driven, and again, it's a very like original story. I mean, the budget was. Hey Google, what was the budget for Get Out?
Get Out had a budget of $4,500,000.
Yeah, $4.5 million budget for Get Out. That's not a big spectacle at all, not by any means. I have a feeling that best casting will have a similar problem to makeup. With the former pretty much always goes for the film with a lot of prosthetics, the latter may lean to biopics or adaptations. Well, actually, when you look at the Artios Awards, like, well, you can see a pattern. They don't go for adaptations that much. I mean, like, look up the Artios Awards. It's a casting directors awards ceremony, and it's not quite that. It's not quite like that. Like, biopics can win. You know, A Complete Unknown did this year. But one thing they also love is they like it when you cast kids in movies. Like, big, like, you know, crowds of kids. Like in Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, or Matilda the Musical. Because kids are pretty hard to cast. You gotta find some really, really good child actors that can carry a film. And the casting directors tend to like that. So I would keep that in mind when it comes to the casting director. And plus, I don't really know if this is a problem per se, regardless of, with makeup being, doing a lot of prosthetics, or casting leaning towards, like, movies where you cast kids or biopics or adaptations. It's like, I don't really see how that's a problem, because, I mean, again, I'm not really in that field. So, like, and plus with the makeup and prosthetics thing, you gotta imagine, like, that's way more of, like, that's way more of a heavy undertaking than like some light amount of hair. Like doing something like Coming to America, like the sequel to Coming to America, and all those prosthetics, that's a way more difficult and like impressive job than something like Spencer, where there's not really that much being done with the makeup, like just stuff that any movie could do. So I don't mind that the makeup branch has a lot of prosthetics. I really don't, actually. I have Sinners winning screenplay, song, sound, and makeup. I don't think it wins score, picture, and director, but I don't see it yet. And everything else could get nominated, but I don't think it'll win. I don't know. I think score is like the one thing. Like, if it were to win anything, it would win score, because of like how, like, at least from what I've heard, how the music just drives this film. And again, the fact that this movie is about music, and a lot of this is original music, I don't see why it wouldn't win score. Like, I genuinely do think Ludwig Göransson's coming for that third Oscar. I think PTA gets one battle after another off of name alone, but I don't think it's strong. Oh, trust me, I don't know if name alone isn't good enough. Because The Master didn't do anything at the Oscars, and, Inherent Vice maybe sort of overperformed with 2 nominations, but it still wasn't that big. So it's like, you gotta take a look at it, if it's the Academy's thing. And also, if the studio even bothers to campaign it, which, right now, I mean, the studio is way more likely to go after, to campaign Sinners more than one battle after another. Do you think PTA could still get in the adapted screenplay nomination? Well, if the film's not in Best Picture, that's going to be way harder to pull off. Especially since we already know that that Wake Up Dead Man, despite the fact that that's not going to get nominated for Best Picture, that's going to take one of the adapted screenplay slots. And usually they like to play favorites in the Best Picture category recently in these categories. So I don't know if One Battle After Another is weak, then, it could miss. It could definitely miss. I think that Coogler has more auteur vibes than Berger does, who might just be kind of generic journeyman type director. Then again, I guess Mangold kind of fits that bill and just got a nomination. You could also make the argument with James Mangold that James Mangold had been around for much longer than Edward Berger. Like, James Mangold had literally... You want to know how long James Mangold's been around in Hollywood? He was one of the co-writers for Disney's Oliver and Company. Like the animated movie that came out in the 80s. I think it was the 80s. James Mangold co-wrote Oliver and Company. Like, that's how long this guy's been around. So this is, like, him getting nominated for director was probably a long time coming, to be honest. That scene is Miles' scene. Okay, I might have to consider if he can actually win. If this scene is actually really contingent on him, then he could win supporting actor, maybe. I'm still keeping One Battle After Another in picture, director, screenplay, score, and editing until I hear that it's not Oscar friendly. I mean, you could do that, but again, I don't know if I can if I can bet on that right now. I feel like I can just see where this film's gonna start tanking. One Battle After Another is still my number one for picture until I see it and convinced otherwise. I mean, go ahead, but I think the ship might be sailing. The argument for Get Out with director would also apply with director, though. Because they're horror and incredibly original with auteur visions attached. But again, you gotta keep in mind, Get Out was made for $4.5 million, and Sinners had a budget of like $90 million. Again, it's just like the director's branch just doesn't like big budget spectacle films. So, there's still that in mind. What's your favorite Ryan Coogler movie? Out of the ones I've seen so far, probably Creed. Probably Creed, honestly. I'm not seen Fruitvale Station, but I've also not seen Sinners, so keep that in mind. I think the BAFTA Casting Award will correlate with the Oscars. It really depends, because a lot of the winners that we've been seeing have been very, like, BAFTA friendly. I mean, West Side Story is interesting, because maybe that could have won at the Oscars, but like, and maybe Joker, but I don't think Elvis would have won casting at the Oscars, considering Elvis performed so weak with wins. It didn't win a single Oscar. Like, honestly, if Everything Everywhere was nominated at the Oscars, they probably would have given it to Everything Everywhere all at once right there. So, like, that might actually be the case. So it's like, I don't know, I feel like BAFTA and the Oscars might actually go pretty different ways. Casting with Honora probably could have won casting at the Oscars, and once that would have given Sean Baker like 5 Oscars. But yeah. Oops. I also think of how Ryan Coogler went viral for explaining the film's ratios for Sinners, and that historic deal he made where he gets ownership of Sinners after 25 years. It really is his movie. That is true. I think directors might be like, oh my god, he has the power to keep control of his movie after 25 years. That, like, you might have something there. You might have something there that where directors might go, bravo, man, even I couldn't do that. Wow. I like that. Like how Honora was Sean Baker's, Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer was Nolan's, Everything Everywhere was the Daniels' film. I don't know if they own those movies, though. But, but I don't know. Still, it's a good point. Wicked wins song, Sinners wins score. Unless Wicked's not in Best Picture, to which, if it's a disappointment, it might not win. Like, Wicked could honestly just lose to I Lied to You from Sinners. Again, music plays a big role in the film, so it's like, The Master got 3 acting noms. Yeah, but that's all it got. It didn't get anything else. Leo's on a streak with his last 5 films getting picture. Even in a weaker year, he got Don't Look Up in with a 56% Rotten Tomatoes score. But here's the thing with Don't Look Up, it was extremely popular on Netflix. It was extremely popular. The normies would not shut up about Don't Look Up. Whereas with One Battle After Another, if this was a Netflix movie, I wouldn't be anywhere near as concerned, because obviously Netflix does not care about box office. But, however, this is a big Warner Bros. Tentpole, and I'm telling you, it's not gonna make money. It's not gonna make money, and if it's not gonna make money, then Warner Bros. Is not gonna campaign it. I remember seeing the teaser for One Battle After Another and thinking it wasn't going to be a big Oscars film, and taking over a week for everyone else to come back to that conclusion. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that for Mangold, lol, in regards to Oliver and Company. BAFTA casting was juried for a while too, I believe. At least with nominations. I think the wins were voted on by the entire Academy, so there's that. Creed is still my favorite, but rewatch could boost Sinners to number 1 for me. That is true. Oh my god, we got 21 viewers. Holy crap. Timothée Chalamet is still my number 1 for Best Actor for Marty Supreme. Alright. What do you think of the chances for Jodie Foster and Wagner Moura? I've never even heard of those movies, to be honest. Do you think Ne Zha 2 has any chance of being nominated for animated? I'm going to say absolutely not. No. And the reason why is because the only place, if you saw my below the line predictions video, you would see this. And it's that no one cares about Ne Zha 2 other than China. Like, that's the only place where it did any kind of business. It didn't really do that well in the US. And it's like, I don't think it's gonna get, and not only that, but it's also like a sequel to a film that obviously no one here in America even knew about. And so it's like, wait, when voters are gonna say, wait, I have to watch this previous film to a film that I've never even heard of until right now, but I've only heard of it now because it's like one of the highest grossing films of all time. I don't think they're gonna jump through all those hoops. I do think Ne Zha 2 will, like, it's not gonna do anything at the Oscars, not for Best Animated Feature, because no one cares about it other than China. No one has seen it in the US. Don't Look Up came out in late December, had passionate fans, and had an Oscars-friendly director. Bingo. I mean, to be fair, Paul Thomas Anderson is also Oscar friendly, but those 2 points you had is like, yeah, late December and passionate fans. And again, because it was Netflix original, Netflix didn't care about the box office. So they could just like, here, I'm going to feed you Don't Look Up. I'm going to feed that to you. Feed. So yeah. Killers of the Flower Moon was released in theaters and didn't have good box office, still got picture. But who produced the movie? I need it, like, who produced Killers of the Flower Moon? Apple. Apple does not care about the box office. Again, we can't use movies that were made by streamers as an example of like, oh, well, I mean, you know, like, this is, like, clearly it doesn't, box office doesn't matter because Apple never cared about the box office for Killers of the Flower Moon. All they did was say, hey, we put this in theaters so you could see it. But in the grand scheme of things, Apple was never interested in is not interested in the theatrical market. All they care about is to boost up their streaming service. Because they know they're not gonna make any money in theaters because Apple literally pays for itself. Apple makes more money in one day than Apple probably makes more in one day than than their streaming service does like in a year or something like that. Like, I would not be surprised. So yeah. I feel if Sinners gets a lot of love, Haley Steinfeld could sneak into supporting actress category. You're not wrong. I mean, you know. What's the word, what's the word I'm looking for? Something about, coattail nominations with big movies, with big contenders. That is a big, that's a popular trend. Amanda Seyfried for Anne Lee or Tessa Thompson for Hedda. Right now, maybe Amanda Seyfried for Anne Lee. But we'll see. Do you think Michael B. Jordan could win Best Actor if Sinners wins Best Picture? If Sinners is winning Best Picture, that's not out of the realm of possibility. I don't think. Probably not out of the. Yeah, maybe. PTA is more for Oscar friendly than Anna McKay. Maybe Scarlet for Best Animated Feature. That's the Mamoru Hosoda animated film. Maybe, but I don't know if that sounds like the Academy's thing. And also, Hosoda's movies don't really get into the Oscars. That, like, the only one that did was Mirai. But, like, even Belle couldn't do it. So, like, yeah. I saw Ne Zha 1 in theaters back in 2019. The film also technically includes a mini recap of the first. I think it's possible because of the very shallow animated field. I just don't, but the problem is it's made no cultural impact. Like, even Flo and The Boy and the Heron, those movies had an impact. Like, with Boy and the Heron, obviously, yeah, it was like one of Miyazaki's highest grossing films. But with, what was it, Flo, that damn cat was, like, all over the internet. Like, the director was posting memes about the cat. Like, everybody, like, it was a very marketable film because of that cat. It's simple but effective. Ne Zha 2, it's like, I've not heard anyone talk about it. I've heard no one talk about Ne Zha 2. So, yeah. Sup, Christian? Hello, Try Easy, and look, Try Easy has a membership, and again, if you guys want to become members, you know, consider becoming members of the Hannahcast YouTube channel. So, yeah. Are you ready for the Smashing Machine trailer tomorrow? I'm curious. I'm curious about the Smashing Machine trailer. Although from what I've heard, it's not going to be an Oscar film, so we'll have to see. One battle after another doesn't need to succeed at the box office to get Oscars. As long as it's on the people's minds in the coming months, it still has a chance to get nominated and maybe not win. I don't know. A September release date for a film that's not going to do well? I mean, look at Nightmare Alley. The Nightmare Alley came out in, like, December, and it barely got nominated for Best Picture despite how badly it flopped. If this movie flops and it's in September, that does hurt its chances significantly. I genuinely do believe this, especially now that Sinners is going to be Warner Brothers' #1 awards priority. Do you think they may sub Wes Anderson because they consider him to already have an Oscar for Henry Sugar? If we're talking about for the Phoenician Scheme I just don't think is going to get nominated for, like, anything right now. Probably not anything. So, and it's really because, like, with his movies, like, you know, Wes Anderson has not really, like, in terms of his, like, you know, like, full-length feature films, Wes Anderson's not really, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? He's not really hit the same heights that he got with Grand Budapest Hotel. Like, none of his films have kind of come close to that. Apple might not care about the box office, but PGA does. But I don't. But again, you gotta keep in mind. Like sure, yeah, PGA, yeah, they like box office, but again. Killers of the Flower Moon is just not. It is a streaming movie. It is a streaming movie. And also, like, they nominate Netflix movies all the time. Licorice Pizza, Power of the Dog, Emilia Perez, Maestro, like Coda. They nominate streamers all the time. It's when you're a big film that was supposed to be a big tentpole film that things can fall apart. Killers didn't do well, but it didn't bomb completely and it was well received. Plus, it was very Oscar nomination friendly. Yeah, sure. But again, like I said, I feel like just the fact that it was not meant to be a big box office film anyway, it was because it is meant to be it was made by a streamer. I think that just kind of, like, it showed that the box office never really mattered for Killers of the Flower Moon. I think One Battle After Another will be Sing Sing and just get 3 nominations: Adapted Screenplay, Supporting Actor, and Score. I don't think it's going to get score because, like, especially when you look at in recent years, the best original score category, like, they really favor the best picture films. Like, they will prioritize best picture films before they go to anything else. And yes, The Wild Robot got nominated for score, and that wasn't in best picture. But guess what? The shortlist only had 4 best picture nominees in the shortlist, and they all got nominated. And then the previous year, like, the only way nowadays, really the only way you don't get nominated for score is where you do get nominated for score and you're not in Best Picture is A, if the shortlist maxed out all the Best Picture nominees, or B, you're John Williams. So it's like, if One Battle After Another is not getting nominated for picture, it's not going to get in for score. Absolutely not. No. If everyone loved Sinners, the Academy would find places to nominate in, like, VFX and makeup. Not necessarily, because those are the branches where they will, like, you know, say, nope, not so fast. We're not gonna let you in just because you're a big sweeper. Especially with visual effects. Like, they do not care if you're in Best Picture. Like, they will make, like, if they don't think your visual effects are that groundbreaking or impressive, they will make sure that you don't get into the visual effects category. Look at Oppenheimer. Look at Poor Things. Look at Everything Everywhere All at Once. Look at Dunkirk. Look at The Shape of Water. Look at, what was it? Oh yeah, Mank. Look at, I'm trying to think of what else. But, like, oh yeah, the first Black Panther didn't get in. And so it's like, they genuinely don't really care if you're in Best Picture. You just, like if they don't think your visual effects are all that impressive, then they will snub you. And the same thing can go for makeup, depending on the kind of makeup you have. Like, for example, West Side Story didn't get nominated. Nightmare Alley didn't get nominated. What was it? Killers of the Flower Moon did not get nominated. So it's like those are the craft branches where they actually will stop you even if you're a big Best Picture contender. Julia Roberts, Best Actress, maybe. Let's see. Killers had a $200 million budget and only made $150 million, with one battle after another having a $140 million budget. I could easily see it hitting the $150 million mark at the box office. But again, we can't bring Killers of the Flower Moon into this equation because it was never meant to be a big theatrical film. It was always meant to be a streaming film. So it's like, we can't bring Killers of the Flower Moon into the conversation. Speaking of Anderson, even if One Battle After Another bombs or is considered mid, is there a chance that PTA repeats the 3 nominations of Licorice Pizza? I think that he may do, but miss one of them. I don't know. Again, September is a bad time to bomb. September is a really, really, really bad time to bomb when you're trying to be like a big Oscar bait film. I mean, hey Google, when did Saturday Night release? No. Hey, Google. Hey, Google. When did Saturday Night 2024 film release?
In the United States of America.
Stop.
Saturday Night.
Yeah, September. Saturday Night released in September. That bombed and no one cared about it. September is a bad time if you're going to bomb and be like if you're trying to be an awards contender. I'm thinking about Sinners can win SAG Ensemble Writers Guild easily. It could win PGA and DGA. Ooh, that's possible. Although I will say, like, I do think Jay Kelly can give Sinners a run for its money at the Writers Guild. Does Mission Impossible 8 repeat 7's sound and visual effects noms? I probably think so right now, yeah. I think PGA caring about the box office is relatively exaggerated considering they nominated a box office flop September 5. I don't know how, to be fair, I don't know how that happened, though. I don't know how that happened. So I like that's the exception. I think that's the exception to the rule. But again, look at some of the other films that they did not nominate. They did not nominate Nightmare Alley. They did not nominate Women Talking. They didn't nominate The Color Purple. They just they don't really generally speaking, they don't like to go for a movie. Oh yeah, they didn't do Babylon as well. They generally don't like to do flops. They generally don't like to do flops. At least not flops that like come out like earlier in award season. Maestro, I've hated Bradley Cooper ever since. Why do you gotta hate Bradley Cooper over that? I mean, sure, maybe if you don't like, sure, okay, if you don't, like, yeah, you don't like Maestro, but it's like, why do you gotta hate Bradley Cooper? There's no reason to hate him. We don't need to do that. I'm not ready to say Sinners will be Warner Brothers' number one priority. They could get both Sinners and One Battle After Another, and I'm not convinced Warner Brothers will prioritize a great horror movie versus PTA, no matter how well it does. Oh, just you wait. This movie's like Sinners has already done. It is already like Sinners is the most acclaimed film of the year, and it is breaking box office records. They could prioritize Sinners over One Battle After Another. I think Sinners def has makeup in it. I don't know. I've heard from someone yesterday that there are prosthetics. I mean, with no spoilers, saying that there's prosthetics at the end of the film. I need to figure. I really want to see Sinners so bad. Jeremy Allen White for Best Actor. I think that could happen. Why was Channing Tatum skipped right over? I just don't think I just don't think that movie's going to be anything really. Do you think the Globes could go crazy with Sinners and give it 5 wins? Oh, if the Globes went crazy for it. Ooh. No hate, but it is a pretty damn cringe film. Everyone thinks the same thing. Are you talking about Sinners? Are you talking about Sinners? Because like, no. No, most people I would say would disagree with that point, actually. Like, look at the reviews. Look at, like, both the audience and critics' reviews. They are unanimously strong. Oh, Maestro. I mean, sure, I do think it's gotten some backlash, but it's like, you know, again, it's like, I would not say Maestro was like everyone. It's the best you could say is, like, it's divisive. That you could probably say that, but it's not like everyone thinks the same thing. And even the critics seem to really like it, 78% based on 330 reviews. So it's like it's not an everything situation, not everyone. Okay, not Jeremy, maybe Jesse Plemons. I mean, I do think Jeremy Allen White is a good bet, especially if you think, you know, what's it, like, Deliver Me From Nowhere is getting into Best Picture, which right now I do, but it is, like, there is a lot. I think there's a chance series could underperform at BAFTA, though. Its box office so far is skewed very domestic heavy, like it could become more of a domestic voters thing. It really depends on how many nominations does Sinners get at BAFTA. Because, yeah, if it doesn't win a lot, it's probably not going to win a lot of BAFTAs. But, however, as long as it gets the nominations that it needs, it doesn't really, it doesn't underperform too terribly. Like, there's, like, again, Everything Everywhere All at Once, it only won one BAFTA for editing, but it still got nominated in a lot of categories. But, you know, if it's like, if it underperforms at BAFTA like The Fabelmans did, okay, then yeah, Sinners would be, or Black Panther, then it would be in trouble. Then Sinners would definitely be in trouble because there's not that much support. Dune was the most acclaimed film early last year. It did great box office, but was overlooked for a win. Sinners will fall on the same boat. But there's a few things that we're missing here. There's a few things that are missing a bit of context. Dune was pre-existing IP. Sinners is not. Dune was part 2 of what we're assuming is a 3-chapter story because they're doing Dune Messiah. Sinners is not. It is, from what I understand, it is like just one story, beginning, middle, and end. So I don't think these two are the same in terms of the arguments. I feel like there are pretty big differences between these two. Yeah, but the same with that film Maria. It was pretty baity, and people, the majority, didn't care about the niche branches. Okay, well, to be fair, like, even Maria didn't get as strong critic reviews. And it wasn't, like, as passionate. Like, people were not as passionate about Maria at all. Like, whereas the fans of Maestro, people that liked Maestro really liked Maestro. Whereas even the strongest people that liked Maria didn't love it. They didn't love Maria. So it's like, yeah. Hello, Christian. Hello, East EVR. I could have sworn I saw you here. Until Dawn was mid. Good makeup, though. Oh, okay. And like I said, guys, you see how East EVR has this little membership badge? Or like this little membership, this gold membership thing? You can get that too if you become a member. If you become a member of the Hannahcast channel, you get a lot of different perks. You get emojis, badges, you get member shoutouts at the end of my videos, you get members only videos, weekly members only live streams, you get a lot of cool stuff. Or you could also gift memberships if you're able to. Yeah, like you have a little option in your chat thing where you could go to the little $sign and click that and click membership gifting, and you could just do that. So consider becoming a member. It really means a lot. Or if you just want to support me via Ko-Fi to help us keep the lights on, we also have that option as well. I'm excited for Caught Stealing. I love Austin Butler. I have Austin Butler getting nominated. Ooh, that's bold. That's bold. I put Die My Love in Best Picture and took Marty Supreme out because of the recent acclaim. Wait, have people seen Die My Love yet? I mean, I know it's going to be at Cannes, but I don't know if it appearing at Cannes is, like, the only thing that matters. I mean, look at Megalopolis, you know. I'm not saying Die My Love can't happen, but you know. The comment on Until Dawn made me wonder what will be the first video game movie to get nominated for an Oscar in general. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, we could have had that with the Mario Brothers movie if the music branch shortlisted Peaches, maybe. No, they probably wouldn't have done that anyway. They're a little bit too snobby for that. But yeah, I think it would have to be like a film that's like it would have to be something like The Last of Us, which takes itself which would take itself very seriously. I think that's what it would have to be. Die My Love is an actress player, and that's it. Ooh. It's getting amazing reviews. Where? What reviews? I've not seen anything about Die My Love yet. Isn't PTA or any other writer-director in the same level of John Williams gets a nomination just because of its prestige? Think of Annette Bening being nominated over Margot Robbie. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could maybe... I don't know if that's... I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I want to say Steven Spielberg, but that only applies to his dramas. Because, like, you know, I don't, like, you know, obviously Ready Player One's not going to be, like, that's not a Best Picture thing, but whenever he does, like, his Oscar bait movies, like Fabelmans or even West Side Story, those do get in, so, I don't know. Die My Love allegedly had some sort of private screening that reports on. Ooh, okay. Hold on, let me see. Do you think they will campaign standards for musical or comedy or drama at the Globes? Probably gonna be drama. They're not gonna pull any kind of BS. Like, it's, from what I understand, it's so clearly a drama. I'll wait for the Cannes premiere reactions to actually take it seriously. Oh, for Die My Love? Same, probably. It's not a comedy in the slightest. Yeah, and I've heard that it's not really a musical. Definitely runs drama. Actually, reading the report, I'm not sure that article is real, honestly. Ooh. What actors do you think are bound to get an Oscar at one point? I only have one. Saoirse Ronan. Oh, my easy answer? Timothée Chalamet. And if I'm going to be honest, I think he gets multiple Oscars on one of these days. Like, I do think Timothée Chalamet is on track to become one of the best actors to have ever lived. I mean, with Call Me By Your Name, he was 22 years old, and he was nominated alongside Daniel Day-Lewis and Gary Oldman. Like, good God. And won the SAG Award. And again, you know, not only that, but he's also really fucking good at singing and dancing. And also with the Dune movies, he proved that he can star in, like, big prestige, big budget spectacle blockbusters. And then with, you know, Complete Unknown, he showed that once again he could sing really well again in a different style, but also, you know, carrying a biopic and almost winning the Oscar because he won the SAG Award. It's like, I do feel like when Timmy gets older, he is going to win more than one Oscar. I think he is on track to become one of the best actors ever. I'm serious. I think he will be on that level. I already think he might be the best actor of his generation right now, honestly. It's kind of a musical. Oh, we got someone disagreeing with Sinners. Do you still have hope for The Life of Chuck, or do you have it taken, or have you taken it out? Oh no, I have it in. I still have it in pretty strong, actually. Ooh. Ooh, boy, it is hot in here. Hold on a second. I'm going to turn on the air conditioner. It's gotten way too hot. Oh, God. It is 90 degrees in here. Jesus Christ. Alright, well, I guess I can only have one on right now. Alright, forgive me. But yeah, I do think The Life of Chuck will still be a big Best Picture. The Life of Chuck will still be a big Best Picture contender. I still think it's in winning competition. It just needs to win I feel like it just needs to win the right things, you know? But they'll confirm it's a musical. It has music, but it's more of a storytelling and character development and drama. Yeah, if like A Star Is Born can be a grain. Okay, to be fair, I've not seen the movie, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But yeah, for some reason I didn't like him for a couple of years, but now I like the guy. No idea about the switch for me. What? Oh, Timothy Chalamet. Delusional moment here, but I love if Minecraft got art direction. I loved how it transformed from fantastic to fully realistic. A Free Guy passed me similar vibes. Oh, yeah, I don't think that's happening. I don't think it's going to happen, but, you know, I don't even think it's going to get nominated for the Art Directors Guild because I just think people, like the voters, are just not going to care about Minecraft. Lava, chicken, Steve's lava chicken, yeah, it's tasty as hell. Oh, mamacita. Oh. Bye-bye. Don't worry, I just kind of swiped him off. Don't worry, he's alive. Why do you still have hope for The Life of Chuck? Because, like, especially during CinemaCon, everyone was saying, oh my god, this movie looks so good. It looks so sweet. It's like, I do think when it comes out, it's going to get people right in the heartstrings, and it's going to be a very digestible film. Give me an explanation on why you think Jeremy Allen White's winning Best Actor. I see Deliver Me From Nowhere doing the same as A Complete Unknown Elvis, where it didn't win anything. Well, I mean, to be fair, right now, that's the best option I got. That is the best option I got right now. I'm not dead set on him, but I'm just not as convinced as a lot of these other people. Like Matthew McConaughey for Uzziah King. I mean, maybe, but I need to know how big of a contender that's going to be. George Clooney, I don't know if he's going to win an Oscar for that film, like for Jay Kelly. Like Michael B. Jordan, I think would only win lead actor if Sinners is winning picture, and I already have the movie winning a lot of Oscars as is, so I don't know. I could also see Ryan Gosling and Coleman Domingo getting an Oscar in the near future. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's just that Timothy Chalamet is the one that springs to mind. Wicked will only get music nominations. I mean, if it's not in Best Picture, then it would. Well, if it's not in Best Picture, it's immediately weak in score. It's probably very weak in score if that happens. And Best Original Song, I mean, you still want to have like an aura of prestige to you. Like even Sing Sing was like somewhat in the conversation for Best Picture, so it's like, eh. Thoughts on the Critics' Choice Awards being the first major award show to be televised this year instead of the Golden Globes? Find it weird, but I don't hate it. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I don't know how much this is going to change award season, because I do feel like the industry pays attention to the Golden Globes a little bit more. But, we'll have to see. Do you think Sinners can win the box office award at the Golden Globes, or will they go for more of a blockbuster movie? Oh no, they'll probably give Sinners the blockbuster award, maybe. Can you explain the casting categories and who gets the award? Okay. Well, apparently casting, for best casting, it's going to be an award given next year for, it's going to be given to the casting director and perhaps anyone else that had like a major involvement in the casting in the film. And, from what I understand, you know, it's going to be a shortlisted category. There's going to be 10 films shortlisted for casting, and they're going to have a bake-off reel and having interviews with the casting directors. So that's going to be fascinating. Like, the fact that casting is shortlisted is very fascinating. And now the cinematography being shortlisted, that means the only tech categories that are not shortlisted are film editing, costume design, and production design. Those are the only craft categories that are not, you know, shortlisted. We'll have to see. I think it's because Critics' Choice has the least weight in terms of importance. That's why it gets put first. Maybe, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know, because Critics' Choice, I think it is important. I mean, to be fair, like, Critics' Choice kind of kicked off the Everything Everywhere All at Once hype. And also, they sort of kicked off the Anora hype because, you know, even though Anora only won Best Picture at Critics' Choice, it still won Critics' Choice. So Critics' Choice actually can set the ball rolling for other awards to come. Wildwood was delayed to 2026, so who could win Best Animated Feature? God knows what at this point. Right now I'm going with Elio because it's the safe pick, although I am paying attention to The Magnificent Life of Marcel Pagnol. It's a French film. It's from the same director of The Triplets of Belleville and The Illusionist. So, however, if that's going to win Best Animated Feature, I would need to see if, like, I would need to see if it gets a PGA nomination. If The Magnificent Life of Marcel Pagnol gets a PGA nomination, like Boy and the Heron and Flow, the only two international films to ever be nominated for Best Animated Feature at PGA, then I think Marcel Pagnol can win the Oscar. Because, yeah, sure, Flo and Boy and the Heron didn't win PGA, but they were nominated, and they were the only international films to do so, and that showed that they were popular enough for the normies. So normies knew about those movies, so they actually had a chance, which is probably why also Klaus didn't win, because Klaus only got nominated at BAFTA and the Annies. And it didn't get the PGA nomination, didn't get Critics' Choice or BAFTA. So it was not, like, Klaus was not really that much of a popular film back then. So that's why I'm kind of wondering about Marcel Pagnol. I think Jafar Jackson probably wins if Michael comes out. Oh, probably not, because if you're the fact that they're splitting Michael up into two movies, I'm like, uh-oh, that's not good. Because I've been saying, do not buy that Antoine Fuqua was going to get, he's not an Oscar player in terms of the Oscars. Like, he's not an Oscar player at all. Yeah, Training Day got Denzel Washington a lead actor win, but you also have to keep in mind of what was going on with Russell Crowe back then. And, like, why people did not want to give him an Oscar. And so they kind of went with the next best option, even with Denzel Washington. And he didn't win any other precursors. So, like, there was kind of a bit of context. So I just do not buy, you know, Michael being an awards player. Because Antoine Fuqua is not that kind of a director. Sorry if you explained this before. I just joined. Can you explain, is this thing on? Okay. From what we're hearing, the test for one, is this thing on is apparently coming out in December, which is very good for it. And I'm kind of wondering, and since it is Searchlight, could we be underestimating the film? Could we? Because Bradley Cooper has already gotten 2 movies in. I initially did not think Maestro would be a Best Picture player until I was proven otherwise. And so I'm starting to think, you know what? Should I just give in and consider the possibility of, is this thing on getting in? Even if it's like a dramedy, that could probably still happen. We'll have to see. I don't have Jeremy Allen White in for actor. Can you name a lead role in a movie he has done? No, The Bear is a TV show, so that doesn't count. I don't know if that really means anything, though, because it's like, sure, he's not done a lot of, actually, no, yeah, he's not done a lot of movies, but again, if this movie's in Best Picture, he's already he's going to be popular in it. And also, keep in mind, you know, look at Kieran Culkin look at Kieran Culkin. He was literally only known for, he was mainly just known for Succession and had just, won an Emmy for Succession. And then he was in, what was it? He was also in A Real Pain and won an Oscar for that. So it's like, if you're in the right movie with the right role, you can win. And again, I'm not saying Jeremy Allen White is the only person who I'm considering winning, but it's like right now it's I'm not that, or that I can't be budged later on. It's just he's the best option I got right now because we don't have a lot of information. Wicked is not missing Best Picture. I have my doubts. I think it could miss Best Picture. Again, the second act of Wicked is not really well acclaimed by people. I'm just saying, if this film could just elevate the problems that people had with the first Wicked. So, oh boy. Let's just see. You also have this thing on in Best Picture. I'll probably release in 2026. Okay, well, to be fair, it's tough. For what I've heard, it's coming out in December. From what I've heard, is this thing is coming out in December. That's what made me make the switch. Still hope for Michael? I never had hope for Michael, to be honest. I never had hope for Michael. Is this thing is releasing this year? Yeah. I'm not predicting Wicked for Good in Picture, but do think it will probably be nominated for supporting actress and some text. The text I can buy. Supporting actress, I don't know. If you're not in Best Picture, you're immediately kind of weak in the acting categories. So it's like, I'm not saying you need to be in Best Picture, but it's like your chances are much better if you're in Best Picture than not. So yeah. Martin McDonagh's new film, Wild Horse, just finished filming after a month of production. Do you think it's coming out this year? Probably not, because they're going to want to, edit it they're going to, if it does release this year, oh boy, then it's going to get in. Probably, yeah. But, however, right now, I don't know. I think it's going to come out next year. I think it's good for Critics' Choice to come out first, for a change. They've been given a big responsibility of starting award races for actors by picking the right performances instead of copying the Globes. True, although sometimes they do copy the Globes a bit. Like, they'll do Angela Bassett and Demi Moore, even though those were the correct choices. But yeah. If the Oscars shortlisted production design, do you think Minecraft movie would get in? No. Not really. No. I don't think the Art Directors Guild would do it. So, no. I'm still hoping for a Timothy versus Leonardo race. It's like waiting for a jaguar and a tiger fighting. Which is ironic because a tiger and a jaguar would never meet in the wild. I think Sinners gets a Black Panther type haul. I think, at worst it gets that. But however, I do feel like Sinners does have above the line potential to back that up. Which is why I think it could be a threat to win Best Picture, because it could win an acting prize. It could win Picture or Director. That's the thing. Michael probably won't happen ever because Lionsgate is terrible at campaigning. I think the bigger problem is Antoine Fuqua. He's not a reliable director. He's a very hit or miss director. He's like Ridley Scott, but probably worse. Do you think Marty Cyprien will be comedy or drama at the Globes? I have no idea. I have no idea where this film is going, so, Kieran Culkin has been in the industry for more than 30 years, though. I mean, sure, but no one really knew who he was. You know what I mean? It's like, I think there's a little bit of a difference. I don't know. It's like, no one, let's face it, no one really knew Kieran Culkin until Succession. Like, sure, Kieran Culkin's been around, but people didn't know who he was until Succession. By the way, I totally agree with your take on Nouvelle Vague being a major contender. I think it could be. I think we might be underestimating Nouvelle Vague. It could. Sundance premiere to look out for. I don't know. The only one I could maybe say is Kiss of the Spider Woman. Because if Kiss of the Spider Woman can hit big at the fall festivals, which is where it should have premiered from the start, I don't know why, like, a big, like, Bill Condon musical adaptation is premiering at Sundance. That always sounded weird to me. But if it can do well at the fall festivals, maybe it can bounce back. Because it does sound like an Oscars thing, but we'll have to see. I'm not predicting Wicked solely because during last season, all the sequels were a huge disappointment. And I also don't I can't think of a sequel that exceeded expectations since The Godfather. I guess Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King. There's that. My best picture in order right now is After the Hunt, Life of Chuck, Begonia, Sinners, Avatar 3, One Battle After Another, J. Kelly, Wicked 2, Nouvelle Vague, and Die My Love. Is this list likely? I think some of them are. I don't know about Die My Love. I need to be convinced of Die My Love. And again, I don't know. J. Kelly, I mean, everyone's doing that, so I'm the one that's kind of like I'm the outlier there. But yeah, but you got some of the big important ones there, so yeah. Are the Satellite Awards and Set Decorators Guild Awards relevant? I never really heard anyone talking about them. I do think like the Set Decorators Guild, that is something to look at. I think that you could look to that. So yeah, maybe that. I don't know that much about the Satellite Awards though. Brother Bro is currently predicting Sinners to win Best Picture. Is there a chance of Sinners Oscar sweep? There's a chance. I mean, if this hype sustains itself for the rest of the year, like let's say, I'm very curious as to what's going to happen when this film hits like digital and physical media, because if clips around this, like if people start posting like clips of this film and it goes viral on Twitter or TikTok, like Oppenheimer did, then it's like definitely in the public consciousness right now. Hamnet has a good date, but I still think Begonia is focus features as #1 priority. It's got the Conclave and Holdovers date. Also, Hamnet was not even mentioned at CinemaCon while Begonia had footage. I'm very curious about Hamnet, but I don't know. I need to see. Hamnet goes wide the same day as Ella McKay comes out. Oh, Ella McKay is also one. I think Ella McKay, that could be a sleeper, because they did just move the release date from like August or September to December. They got faith in that. Something tells me they got faith in Ella McKay. I really want to look out for that. I think I have that in my top 15 for Best Picture. I want to say. Yeah, okay, yeah, I have Ella McKay at number 12, so. Hot take, they should shortlist every Oscars category except Best Picture. I don't know if I don't think I need a shortlist for every category. The text I can understand, because you want to learn more about how those were all done, but stuff like the performances, I don't know if I need a shortlist for that. What actor do you think will be the next Katharine Hepburn? My guess is Emma Stone. She is a loved actress across the board. I want to say maybe Frances McDormand, because she won 2 Oscars, well, 2 acting Oscars in the span of less than 10 years. And she was already a previous Oscar winner, so I want to know how far Frances McDormand can go. I want to know. I moved Ella McKay into Best Picture as my long shot. That's not crazy. Although, granted, James L. Brooks is just not. He's very hit or miss as a director. So there is that to consider, but I don't know. I just don't know. But again, the fact that they did move the release date is very important to me. Anything in December with Jamie Lee Curtis attached should be considered for awards attention. You might be right. I think Smashing Machine is getting nominated for casting, makeup, and actor. I don't know about casting, because, again, an actor is kind of tough, because I've heard that it's not really an Oscar player. I'm really curious about the trailer, though. Although, I guess right now I do have it winning makeup, because the makeup on Dwayne Johnson looks absolutely insane. Why is there this beetle just flying? I'm not going to kill it, though. I don't want to do that, but it's just kind of. But right now, I do think the Smashing Machine can win makeup. I do think that can happen. She should only have 2 Oscars. That win belonged to Carey Mulligan that year. Oh, I disagree. I thought, like, I didn't like Nomadland, but I thought Frances McDormand deserved the Oscar for Nomadland. I thought her performance was absolutely magnificent. So yeah, I think the Oscars made the right call that year. We have multiple original musicals this year. Can the Academy finally use their best original musical category? I don't think they can. I don't think they're going to. And also, I don't know if Sinners would count as a musical. Because, like, hold on. I know Dan Murrell Oscars. Oh, man. Because he did this video called How the Oscars Work. And I really recommend you guys watch that. I recommend you guys check that out. Because I do feel like that is a very... I do feel like it is a very good... Yeah, I do feel like it is a very, very good... showing on, like, how... Like, how the Oscars work. Wait, I know he talked about Best Original Musical somewhere. Hold on. Okay, I gotta figure that. Okay, where... Where are the... I know for a fact he talked about... I know for a fact he did talk about a Best Original Musical. Come on, it's gotta be here somewhere. Come on, where is that thing? Okay. Wait. Okay, for original musical. God, this took me way too fucking long. Ben Langford. Oh my god, hello, and you're a member. And you guys, like, and look, you can see Ben Langford, they have a membership thing. And if you want to become a member, you can become a member. Well, yeah, you can consider becoming a member of the Hannahcast channel. For only $2 a month, you get stuff like members only badges, emojis, videos, member shoutouts at the end of my videos, and also members only live streams and stuff, and also early access to Oscar predictions videos. So yeah, consider becoming a member. It really means a lot. But yeah, okay, now you were saying, when you were saying Best Original Musical. Here are the rules that you need to have, like, for Best Original Musical, okay? An original musical, because in case you guys don't know, the Oscars actually have a category that it has never been implemented yet, but, however, they need, like, they have a category called Best Original Musical, or Best Original Musical that's been on the back burner, has never been put out, and they have a few rules. An original musical consists of not fewer than 5 original songs. Wait, let me just make sure. What? Oh my god, AJ has become a member. Although I think you were already a member. Oh yeah, I think you... Oh yeah, ooh, 2 months. Oh my god. Ooh. But yeah, guys, consider becoming a member. Or you could gift memberships. You could do that as well. You know, I could honestly just put, like, wait, original... Oscar. Original musical Oscar. Okay, yeah. According to the rules, best... like, this is from Wikipedia. The Academy Award for Best Original Musical is a category that was re-established in 2000 after the Best Original Musical or Comedy Score was retired. It has never been awarded in its present form due to a prolonged drought of films meeting the sufficient eligibility requirements. The Music Branch Executive Committee of the Academy decides whether there are enough quality submissions to justify its activation. According to the rules, Best Original Musical is defined as follows. An original musical consists of not fewer than 5 original songs by the same writer or team of writers, either used as voiceovers or visually performed. Each of these songs must be substantively rendered, clearly audible, intelligible, and must further the storyline of the motion picture. An arbitrary group of songs unessential to the storyline will not be considered eligible. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to figure out, like, where... I know there has to be, like, you know... Because I know there has to be, like a certain amount of films. Hold on, let me see what Dan Merle says.
The Best Original Musical Oscar's been on the books since the year 2000, but Academy guidelines also say that in a year where 9 or fewer potential nominees exist, the Music Branch can recommend that an award not be handed out.
Okay, so there needs to be at least 9 films. There needs to be at least 9 films in contention for Best Original Musical. There needs to be at least 9 films that have come out that year that meet these eligibility requirements. So that's why Best Original Musical has never been, like, implemented. Thoughts on the Canadian election? Oh, I don't know if you're from Canada, Ben Langford, but I hope for the best for Canadians. I really do. I'm gonna get a little bit political here. Use that rage that you guys got angry over when Trump said that he wanted to make Canada the 51st state. Use that anger and vote for the party that's not in favor of Trump. I'm assuming it's the Liberal Party. The Liberal Party is like, unless I'm mistaken, let me know if I'm mistaken or not. But I'm assuming the Liberal Party is the party that is like would not be like it would be more like, I'm assuming that's more like the Democrat or the Canadian equivalent of the Democrats, I'm assuming. Animal Farm is winning. No, it's not. I don't think it's winning. Let's see. Let me look around. I have Frankenstein getting nominated for 5 texts, but not picture. How possible is this? That depends on the text you're talking about, because I have it in... What is it? What do I have Frankenstein in? What do I have Frankenstein in? I have Frankenstein in for 4 nominations. 4 nominations. Because I have Frankenstein in for cinematography, production design, costume design, and makeup. That's all I got for Frankenstein right now. So I don't know what the 5th one would be. And yeah, because they're becoming a member. Hee hee. Oh, what are your thoughts on the Canadian election? Oh, wow. You've been saying a lot about the Canadian... People have been talking a lot about the Canadian election. What 5 actors and actresses do you think will get nominated at this point for the Oscars? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Animal Farm's new poster makes it look like a kid's movie. Thoughts? I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't know. It depends. I like the additions of Halle Berry, Jeremy Strong, Payal Kapadia to the Cannes jury. What do you think of this means for the lineup? Any films you think have a better chance of prizes now? I have no idea because I don't I've never really followed Cannes this hard before, so I don't know. Animal Farm is too strong of a narrative. But here's the problem. I just doubt Andy Serkis is that strong at all. Andy Serkis has never made a film that people really, really liked. Like, this would have to be like Andy Serkis finally found that project. He finally found it. But I can't bet on that right now. That's going to have to be a film that surprises me with the reception. So, yeah. What do you think is the most influential award show? BAFTA. I think BAFTA is overall the most influential award show leading up to the Oscars. I have Frankenstein in for production design, winning. Oh, wait, winning without a Best Picture win. I don't know if that's likely, to be honest. I don't know if that's happening. Because, what was the last film to win production design that was also not in Best Picture? Black Panther... What was it? 2017? That was Shape of Water, La La Land, Mad Max Fury Road, Grand Budapest Hotel... Yeah, the last film to win production design without Best Picture was The Great Gatsby. And I don't know if that would happen in this modern era, so probably not. And also score, unless you have score, I would genuinely not put Frankenstein in score unless it's nominated for Best Picture. I would not do that because, again, they play favorites nowadays. They play favorites in Best Picture. Spike Lee's High and Low remake will flop. Maybe. Who knows? Alexander Payne is the head of the Venice Film Festival jury this year. Could it mean if Jay Kelly's shown there is a good sign for it? Any other films that you think might benefit from Payne? I actually have no idea, to be honest. I'm not quite sure. Why do people have the new PTA film for Best Picture? What's the hype? I think it's the name recognition alone, probably. It's the name recognition, so... Why is no one taking Roofman seriously? It is the story of a real person doing crazy, unthinkable stuff. It's an escape out of a prison, too. I mean, it just does not sound like an Oscar thing. I mean, sure, it's based on a true story, but, look at 13 Lives. That was also based on a true story, and probably had an even more impressive story, a more interesting story, and that did not make a splash at the Oscars one bit, so... I think Mziah King and Sinners will have the best chance of winning casting because they have 2 newcomers that are movie standouts. Maybe. You might be onto something. Life of Chuck could also win as well. Life of Chuck could win, honestly. Because of its very likable cast. We'll have to see. Let's see. Are you more excited to see Life of Chuck or Sinners? I mean, probably Sinners. Because Sinners is like the big sensation right now. I really want to see Sinners so bad. No Other Choice post-production looks messy. And Miss Can, will it come out this year? Maybe around the Fall Festival. We'll have to see. Do you think Jake Kelly will be like Sideways? Maybe better, because I think Jake Kelly could... I mean, then again, I don't know. Maybe it could be in the same position as Sideways. Maybe. I think One Battle After Another is also a casting contender because of Chase Infinities, who's also a newcomer playing Leo's daughter, who gets kidnapped by Sean Penn. But again, if this is a weak contender overall, I'm not exactly sure. I feel like I need to put Die My Love in one more category because I only have it in 4, and one of those is picture. I have it in picture, screenplay, actress, and score. We'll see. We'll see. Again, I'm just not sure. We'll have to see how that goes. We'll have to see. I still need to make that a shirt. God, what categories are you predicting sentimental value in? Well, right now, Best Picture, Director, Actress, Original Screenplay. Oh, I guess Supporting Actress for Elle Fanning right now, but I don't know how likely she's going to happen. And I don't know, it's tough, and I don't know about international feature because I don't know if it's going to qualify as international feature, so I'm not exactly sure. Do you think we'll get a female director nominated at the Oscars this year, and who could it be? Maybe. I mean, to be fair, I did not, this early in the year, I did not think The Substance was ever going to be, like, an awards thing, like, at all. I did not think that at all. And then it did, so who knows? Now, Steve Carell and Adam Sandler have both proven to be able to do series roles. Do you think Jack Black could join them someday? Maybe, but I think Jack Black tried to do that though. You know, he did like Bernie, I think he tried to do a little bit of drama, but people just want him to see him be Jack Black again. Most anticipated film at Cannes. I'm not exactly sure. This year doesn't really look that strong to me. I only have sentimental value in screenplay and international because I don't really see how it's stronger than Worst Person in the World. See, that's the thing. I do think there might be a chance that, do I really think sentimental value is going to win the Palme d'Or? I don't. But I don't know what else could. I don't know what else could. With late famed Defoe could do it. I don't know. We'll have to see. Is there a possibility that only 5 of the picture nominees are also in screenplay? I don't know. I think more likely than not, we're going to see a lot of Best Picture nominees in screenplay. You have sentimental value in all those categories, but not Stellan Skarsgård? Oh, wait, no, I do have Stellan Skarsgård. I just forgot he was in the movie. Yes, I do have him in it. Do you think Sinners and The Substance will make horror movies easier to get into the Oscars? I don't know about that, but I feel like if you have the right horror film with the right message, you could. So we'll have to see. The trend of one female director or nomination a year is becoming stronger. I don't know. It could still very well be a coincidental nomination. A coincidental trend. But, I mean, I think, something could happen. And we're probably going to get a female director. The Substance, Honora, Emilia Perez, all won prizes they can, so sentimental value could still get in Best Picture even without the Palm if it wins another prize. But it also depends on like how big of a splash does it make it can. That's another thing. Like if people just think of sentimental value as like, all right, yeah, it's good, or like no one's really passionate about it, then it might not get in. Have you noticed some directors keep getting nominated for the same stuff? Tarantino tends to create amazing supporting roles, winding up winning 3 in total, and he does well at screenplay too. I don't, like, maybe, but then, I don't know, he's the only director I could think of. It's like, I guess Christopher Nolan gets films to win, well then again, only 2 of his films won editing. It was Dunkirk and Oppenheimer. Because, like, Inception didn't even get nominated for editing. What the fuck was that? I remember that one. That I was like, what the fuck? How did Inception not get editing? We shall see. Yeah, I keep saying that. I gotta make that a shirt. Random question, but do you think Brad Pitt could win another Oscar for the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood sequel? Probably not, because, like, winning an Oscar for playing, like, I can't think of a role where someone won an Oscar for a movie for playing a role and then won again for the sequel. That doesn't happen a lot. So probably not actually. And it also depends on like how far the Angelina Jolie stuff like how much that happens. Like if stuff comes out that's like detrimental and like stuff that comes publicly available where it's like no one could reasonably defend Brad Pitt, he could be done. But then again, I don't know. People are trying to make Jonathan Majors come back, and I don't know. Brad Pitt might be too strong to be backed down, or he might be too strong to take down. Technically, Godfather pulled it off. Robert De Niro and Marlon Brando played the same role. Yes, but you know what I mean. Like, Robert De Niro did not play, did not play Vito Corleone in The Godfather Part 1. Those are 2 completely different actors. So the Godfather 1 and 2, that doesn't count. That does not count. That's not the same thing as, like, Brad Pitt winning again for playing the exact same role he did in the first film. How often does an actor or actress get nominated twice for the same role? Let's see. What was it? Like, I know... Oh, yeah, Sylvester Stallone got nominated for Rocky and Creed. Cate Blanchett got nominated for Elizabeth and Elizabeth the Golden Age. It has happened, but I don't think it's happened where, like, someone wins an Oscar for a role and then wins again for the same role. I don't think that's ever happened. Do you think David Fincher could win Best Director for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood 2? No, not really, because again, you gotta keep in mind the sequel bias could definitely be a thing. And also with that title, the Continuing Adventures of Clint Booth, it's like, why is that the title of the movie? It makes me wonder how much of an awards player that can actually be. Do you think the trend of only writer-directors winning screenplay will continue or not after Strawhand? I'm assuming you mean after Conclave. I'd still say it's like something to look at, but I think there's also another thing to consider when you look at the screenplay winners and like with the original, with like how creative they can be and original they can be. It's like, I think that's a little bit important. I think the Mickey 17 hype is already starting to die. It's sad since it's such a good movie. Oh, the hype died once it came out. It's like no one really cared about Mickey 17. And like, I did see it. It's fine. It's not like one of Bong Joon-ho's best. So it's like, yeah, it's got to be like a no nominations movie. If I'm not wrong, I think it happened only 6 times. If we're talking about nominations for actors playing the same roles and getting nominated both times. Yeah. But I don't think they've ever won twice. God forbid if June Squibb were to pass away before the Oscars, do you think she would win due to bias? That did not work for many people. That did not work for Chadwick Boseman. Robin Williams didn't get nominated for anything after he died, and he was very well acclaimed. Carrie Fisher didn't get nominated for The Last Jedi. It's like no one, like, that doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't, like, that doesn't really... Yeah, it doesn't really... And also, Robbie Ryan didn't win Best Original Score after he died for Killers of the Flower Moon, so I don't think that's going to happen. The Continuing Adventures of Cliff Booth. That sounds like a project bound to fail. It reminds me of when Friends made a spinoff with only Joey, and it failed terribly. However, I loved Cliff Booth. See, that's interesting. It's like, I don't know why they're calling it The Continuing Adventures of Cliff Booth. Because, like, if they want this to be... that makes me really think it might not be an awards player. Like, why would you call it that? Did you see the news that Dev Patel is writing, directing, and acting in a revenge action thriller film set in the 1300s? I'm happy for him. He's one of my favorite actors. I'm glad he's found something that he really likes doing. That's really cool. Sorry if this question is dark, but if someone gets nominated for an Oscar and then dies before the ceremony, what would happen? Would the nomination get removed? No. No, that does not happen. No. That would not happen. I mean, look, like, because it wouldn't really make any sense. I mean, because, like, posthumous actors do get nominated. Again, like, they got, like, because, like, that wouldn't really make any sense at all. Because, like, if they got the nomination when they were alive and then they died, why would the nomination get revoked? Because there have been actors that were dead before they got the nomination and got the nomination, like Heath Ledger for The Dark Knight, and again, you know, Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I don't see any reason why they would take away the nomination. The only way that could possibly happen if somehow before they died they like broke some rules in getting nominated, like when campaigning, and okay, sure, maybe, but also like, I nothing like that has like, so no, like, you would not get your nomination removed just because you died. That would be really shitty if that happened. Do you think David Fincher will ever win an Oscar? Maybe. It really depends on if he gets the right film made. That's kind of the thing. Like, I didn't think, I thought it was almost kind of a pipe dream that Christopher Nolan would ever like win Best Director, and then here we are. Kate Blanchett, Sylvester Stallone, Bing Crosby, Paul Newman, and technically Peter O'Toole portraying King Henry II in 2 different films. There's going to be a surprise sound this year again, like every year. Like Tron might get Best Sound. I don't know, maybe, but also, is Tron the kind of film that would be like the surprise sound nomination? I mean, actually, did the first... Like, let me look at the first Tron. I think the first... I think the first Tron got nominated for a sound award. Oh, wow, okay, so Tron got nominated for costume design and best sound at the Oscars. Wait, okay, I'm looking at Tron's Wikipedia page. There's something here that's not actually right. It says, however, Tron was disqualified from the Best Visual Effects category because at the time the Academy felt that using computer animation was cheating. As far as I know, it wasn't like disqualified. It was eligible. They just didn't want to shortlist it. No. It was shortlisted, but they just didn't want to nominate it. So it's like, that's not right. The Wikipedia just got that wrong. So yeah, like Tron got nominated for Best Sound at the Oscars that year. Tron Legacy got a sound nomination. That's not, honestly, Tron's not a bad bet to make, but also the fact that like it's kind of a different time now where it's like they don't always nominate big action films in Best Sound if they're not in Best Picture. That makes things kind of tough now. Was Mickey 17 the only 2025 film you've seen so far? I'm not exactly sure. Maybe. I don't know. Why do you think Sylvester Stallone has never won an Oscar for any of the Rocky or Creed movies? Well, I mean, the first Rocky, it's kind of weird because Rocky won Best Picture, but he didn't win Best Actor. And with Creed, I mean, I think ultimately what happened was that Creed was just never a Best Picture contender. And, you know, he lost to Mark Rylance for Bridge of Spies, who was in Best Picture. Again, I feel like that's like being in a Best Picture nominee really matters. Al Pacino for Godfather 1 and 2. Yeah, he got nominated for both. Actually, I'm pretty sure Al Pacino got nominated for The Godfather Part 3. I'm pretty sure. Wow, really? Really? Al Pacino did not get nominated for Best Actor? Ooh, wow. Yikes. For Godfather 3, wow. How do early releases maintain momentum through award season? I think if they're just that popular. If they are just that popular of films, then they could just get like it really depends. Like you have to be like a cultural moment, like a cultural like thing that's like a big thing that year, like Everything Ever All at Once, and also Oppenheimer. Like people just have to not shut up about it. Brendan Gleeson portraying Harvey Weinstein could be a great biopic. He resembles him a lot physically. Maybe, but I don't know if I don't know if they would ever do like a biopic of Harvey Weinstein for a good long while. And they tried doing like a Harvey Weinstein story with She Said, and that movie didn't do well at all. Or at least like it didn't get any Oscar nominations. I think it might be too soon right now. If Leonardo DiCaprio is nominated, is it done for Timothy? It depends on the rest of the competition though, I think. After seeing She Said, I don't need another retelling of the story. Yeah, maybe we don't. Maybe there's also an argument to be made that we don't really need another like Harvey Weinstein movie. That's She Said was probably about as good of a like direction as you could go with that kind of with him. What if The Secret Agent wins the Palme d'Or? Oh, I need to look up more about that film. But ooh, could this be Yorgos' year to get his Oscar? I'm not exactly sure because I don't know. Begonia just sounds like it's not going to be as big of an awards player, or like it's not going to be like it's not going to be like The Favorite or Poor Things. So I don't know. What do you think should have been Nolan's first Oscar win? Original screenplay for Memento, at the very least. Like oh my god. I mean, granted, I don't know who won that year, but like Memento is a really fucking good screenplay. Pacino got the Globe nod for Part 3. Andy Garcia got the Oscar nod. Ooh. Did you see the Smashing Machine poster? Yes, I did. I'm fascinated by this. I am fascinated by the Smashing Machine, especially since the trailer's coming out next year. No, the trailer's coming out tomorrow. Will Hannah become the next favorite? Visually stunning but missing the top prizes. I have no idea. Like I need to see what Hamnet actually is. Like, what this film is actually going to be. If it's going to be, like, a big thing or not. Do you think The Rock could still get the Globe nomination? It really depends on how strong the Smashing Machine is. If it's like a non-starter at all, he might not get in. But we'll have to see. There was also him being an excellent campaigner. He's responsible for Shakespeare in Love winning, so there could be a great film coming out kind of like Bombshell. I mean, I do think Harvey Weinstein had a hand in Shakespeare in Love winning Best Picture, but also, let's be fair here, when it comes to, like, I don't think it was solely Harvey Weinstein, as maybe some people would say. It's like, I do feel like it also had the fact of the matter is, maybe Saving Private Ryan, I think, just fell victim to frontrunner fatigue. Something that happens a lot nowadays. And it's like, what was it? Saving Private Ryan was winning everything, and ultimately people were like, okay, I'm getting tired of seeing Saving Private Ryan winning everything. Let me just, I want to go for something a little bit more fresh, a little bit more new, and they went with Shakespeare in Love. I think that's probably why. Like, I think that's probably why Shakespeare in Love won. I mean, I'm not saying, that Harvey Weinstein didn't have a hand in it, but it's also like, I don't really feel like you could attribute Shakespeare in Love's Best Picture win to only Harvey Weinstein, because, again, frontrunner fatigue is a thing. People do get tired of voting for the same thing. If Anxiety King is announced to release next year, what would you put in for picture instead? Well, let me look at what I got at number 11. Maybe Rental Family or Ella McKay? I don't know. See, that's kind of tough. I actually have Sinners getting 13 nominations on Oscar nom days. See, that's going to be fascinating. Like, how many nominations can Sinners actually get? Do you think Damien Chazelle will ever get another movie? He's doing the Evel Knievel movie, if I'm not mistaken. He's doing an Evel Knievel movie. Easty, good question. Or what happens? Oh yeah, you're talking to Easty. Alrighty. Yeah. By the way, guys, what do you think of this new system where, like, you know, where I have this? Hold on. The new comment selection thing. I kind of like it. I can dig it. Ooh, what's this? Okay, prediction. After the Hunt could flop critically or face backlash, derailing its awards chances. Maybe. I mean, to be fair, Luca Guadagnino... I still have my doubts on this, because Luca Guadagnino has not had a single film nominated for an Oscar since Call Me By Your Name. So it's like, you're not completely... Like, you're not... actually, I think I actually did take After the Hunt out of Best Picture. Oopsies. You have Novell Vague getting a Best Picture. Have you heard anything on the project? Okay, wait, hold on. Oh, God, what's happening with this thing? Oh, come on. What is happening? Come on. Oh. I just feel like Novell Vague, it just kind of sounds like traditional Oscar bait. It sounds a lot baitier than the typical stuff that, you know, Richard Linklater does. I'm like, you know what? We may be underestimating it. We might actually be underestimating it. Do you think Mel Gibson's sequel to Passion of the Christ will ever be a thing, or is he getting too out there? I don't think it's going to get any nominations. At best, maybe makeup. Maybe makeup. But, like, I think people are just, like, really sick of Mel Gibson at this point. Maybe. But then again, I don't know. I don't think it's going to get Best Picture. I mean, the first one sure didn't, so no. And there was already a bunch of backlash with the Passion of the Christ beforehand, so if After the Hunt is divisive, could it still get into Best Actress? Well, I'll tell you this: if it's divisive, then Julia, what's her name? Is it Julia Roberts? Oh yeah, Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts isn't going to win anymore. I'll tell you that. And if she's not winning for this, I was like, she could be on the. She could be vulnerable. If the film's not in Best Picture, she could be vulnerable. If Tessa Thompson received a nomination for Hedda, she would be the second actress to be nominated for playing the stage character after Glenda Jackson. Ooh, yeah, I'm curious about Hedda. Surely, is this thing on doesn't release this year? From what I understand, it is releasing this year. Let me look it up. Yeah, I'm looking at Wikipedia. Filming reportedly began by January 2025 in New York City. Production wrapped on April 16th, 2025, with Searchlight eyeing a fall release. And I'm wondering if this means they could put it in some film festivals. So it's like, it seems like they may actually have this. They may actually have this getting nominated. Like, or like this could be like an actual contender, to be fair. All right, yeah. Let's see. Even if After the Hunt doesn't win Best Picture, I still have a feeling it could be. It'll be in the top 6. Everyone who's seen footage is calling it Guadagnino's most awards-friendly film. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not completely sure. When do you think Bradley Cooper will ever win an Oscar? I'm not exactly sure. Again, it just depends on if he makes the right film. What if Frankenstein wins Best Picture, defying genre bias and beating Oscar prestige drama, Del Toro plus Oscar Isaac plus emotional horror equal Oscar card? Will the new Best Casting Award foreshadow Best Picture winners? I don't know. Again, it's like I just don't think Frankenstein's going to get nominated for Best Picture, much less win. If it won, I'd be like, whoa. I think that would just show that Guillermo del Toro is like really fucking powerful as a filmmaker. If he can make Frankenstein win. What studio do you think will pick up Die My Love? I mean, Neon is pretty packed right now. Maybe A24? I'm not sure. Is there any world where Emma Stone wins for Begonia? If she's playing an alien being tortured, it could be an over-the-top performance, which she has excelled at. But also, I don't know how strong the film will be in Best Picture. Like, Poor Things was probably number 2 for Best Picture if we were to go under the assumption that Yorgos Lanthimos was like number 2 for director. So it really depends. I don't know. Is it likely for the Avatar 3 only gets a visual effects nomination and not win? I mean, if it's not in Best Picture, it's vulnerable. Like, if Avatar 3 is nominated for visual effects, but not Best Picture, and there is a Best Picture nominee nominated in visual effects, Avatar 3 might not win. It might not win, because it is a popularity contest. They don't really care about the quality of the effects. They care more about the quality of the movie. Do you think in your lifetime a documentary or an animated film will win Best Picture, or is that never going to happen? I'm not going to bet on my lifetime. Probably not in my lifetime, no. I do think Sinners is more like The Substance, and Frankenstein is more like Nosferatu, just getting some text. Sinners might be more than The Substance, because like Sinners could win Best Picture. What would your reaction be if The Substance won everything it was nominated for instead of Anora last year? I'd be mostly through the roof. I mean, my God. If The Substance won Best Picture, I'd be like, let's go! And of course, if that were to happen, I would have been like, bye, Anora! Bye, Anora! Oh, man, I miss that. I miss saying bye, Anora. That was so... those are good times. Good times. At least I got to say it one last time when Anora lost comedy editing at the Eddie Awards, so Timothy Chalamet, prediction. Timothy Chalamet loses again, internet declares him the new Leo. Yeah, that might happen. Who knows? Maybe. Prediction. Best Casting Award goes to Hamnet, Ensemble triumphs over Star Cast. If it's not in Best Picture, then I don't know. Like, even the Casting Award at BAFTA has usually gone to films that were, like, pretty in there for Best Picture. Or even if they weren't in Best Picture at BAFTA, like, they were nominated for the Oscars for Best Picture. The only one that didn't was Rocks, and that was a British film. So, I could see Apple pick up Die My Love, maybe. Their slate is pretty small at the moment. They'll definitely be looking to acquire during festivals this year. Maybe, but is that the film they're going to go with? I don't know. What do you think is more likely to get nominated for picture next year? Wildwood or Toy Story 5? Well, considering I think Toy Story 5 is going to win Best Animated Feature against Wildwood, then I guess it would, by default, it would be more likely to be in Best Picture. Could a non-actor, like a singer or athlete, get nominated in acting for the first time in categories? I'm not exactly sure what you mean. Because, like, I don't know. Like, it depends on the definition of that, because, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that, really. Am I fair in saying maybe Timothy Chalamet is a bit overrated? I like the guy, but he kind of looks like the guy having a constipation all the time. I mean, that's not nice. Like that's just judging him by his looks. But, like, and I don't know why that's a reason to dislike him. I don't know why you would dislike someone because of the way they look. I mean, that's just kind of, like, that's not cool. But then, I don't know. Like I don't know. I think Timothée Chalamet isn't overrated. I think he's properly rated. I think he's gonna win more than one Oscar one of these days. Do you think a documentary could get nominated in text, if not picture, in the next 45 years? I mean, text, probably, yeah. I mean, technically that already does happen in the song category. Like, documentaries get nominated for song all the time, and that's technically a tech category. So yeah, that's already happened. I mean, he has the same facial expressions most of the time. I disagree. I disagree. I don't see that. Could a documentary crack the Best Picture lineup for the first time ever? People love The Perfect Neighbor from Sundance. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't think it's gonna. Like, they had plenty of opportunities to do it over the years. I don't think that's gonna happen. And plus, I've not even heard of The Perfect Neighbor, so it's probably not gonna be like that. Like even like at this point, I think I knew what 20 Days of Mariupol was. And maybe No Other Land, but it's like, I don't think, I don't think a documentary is going to crack the Best Picture 10. Actually, I want to check in on Canada, see how they're doing. Oh, okay. So, okay, looks like it's looking good for Canada so far. All right. I hope you guys over in Canada get the right result. All right. All right. Yeah. I wish voters would turn on biopics and real person performances in favor of completely original characters. I'm sick of it. I don't like. For me, it doesn't really matter as long as the performances and movies are just that good. It's like sure they get in a lot, but it's like, I don't really care about how original something is or isn't. I just want the best thing to win, full stop. So I don't really care about that. So it's like I just want the best to win. Has there ever been a time where the Palme d'Or winner only got nominated for international feature? I'm not exactly sure. I think the best actor is Edward Norton. He has played a polar opposite of roles, from wholesome father figures in A Complete Unknown to a Nazi psychopath in History Z. Oh, History X. 72 seats left. Ooh. What's going on in Canada? Oh yeah, Canada's having their election, and it's kind of tense right now because like the U.S. and Canada are like they're really tied together, and Trump wants to make Canada the 51st state, and the Conservative Party of Canada is wanting to be a lot more friendly to Trump, whereas the Liberal Party of Canada wants to be like it wants to stand against Trump. And I'm not from Canada, but I am hoping for the Liberal Party to succeed. And so far, it's looking pretty good for the Liberal Party over at Canada. So I am pretty interested in this. Prediction: Mia Goth sneaks in and wins supporting actress. Wait, who's she in? What's she in? Prediction: No film wins more than 3 awards. Most split Oscar night in 20 years. Oh, that's bold because I think Sinners is I currently think Sinners is winning 6 awards, and it could win more depending if it's winning Best Picture or not. Do you think WALL-E and Beauty and the Beast record for the most nominations for animated film could be broken someday? Maybe. I think maybe the next time. Well, it's also kind of tough because it's like. Actually, wait. Yeah, it actually is very tough because you can't nominate an animated films don't get nominated for cinematography or production design, or costume design. It's like with WALL-E, I think the only way it could have maxed out on nominations is if it got visual effects. So it's kind of hard to nominate an animated film for that many categories, especially now that the sound categories are combined. Now the sound categories are combined. That's going to be really hard for an animated film to break through the most nominations. So I don't know. Oh, Mia Goth is in Frankenstein. Oh, okay. Who do you think Glenn Close could change her surname if she wants to win an Oscar? Should change her surname. That doesn't make any. I don't think that makes any sense whatsoever. If I'm going to be completely honest, I don't know why she would change her surname. The theoretical maximum could be 10 if you count Best Original Musical, but let's face it, I don't think Best Original Musical is ever going to happen. That's a category that's never going to happen. It would be cool to see a black director finally win Best Director. Coogler deserves the love. If not for Sinners, he definitely has an Oscar in his future. That said, PTA is still my number 1 predictor at the moment. I think maybe Coogler has a better chance at director than PTA. But I do think he will win an Oscar one of these days. He's just too much of a celebrated filmmaker to not win anything. WALL-E should have been nominated and won for Best Picture. Oh, you're saying this is the wrong person because I think WALL-E is merely okay. I think The Dark Knight should have won Best Picture. I mean, to be fair, I've not seen Slumdog Millionaire, but I can't imagine how Slumdog Millionaire could possibly be better than The Dark Knight. I think Together is in the top 20 for original screenplay. Oh, I don't know what Together is. Glenn nabbed it. What? Can a voice actor animated character be nominated in the acting categories? As far as I know, it's not technically against the rules for a voiceover performance to get nominated. Actually, let me look it up just to make sure. Okay, it's against the rules for some awards like the Golden Globes, but voice and motion capture performances are eligible for the Oscars. So it is eligible. They can be nominated. I just think it's very unlikely. But because she is always so close. Oh, I saw the TV Glow should have won Best Picture. Oh, I still need to see that. I need to catch up with The Last of Us and Andor. Ah! Which movies do you predict will hit $1 billion at the box office this year? Well, Avatar definitely. Zootopia 2 maybe, depending on how well it's received. Well, I mean, Neja 2 already did. So Jurassic World Rebirth. I don't know. I think only if it's like really well received, because Dominion was the worst reviewed Jurassic Park movie ever, and it just barely got to $1 billion. I think Jurassic World Dominion is the lowest grossing $1 billion film ever. Like beating out The Dark Knight, which, oh man, I'm glad The Dark Knight wasn't the biggest $1 billion loser. But yeah. I don't think Minecraft is reaching $1 billion. It's slowing down a lot. It doesn't even have 900 million yet. Yeah, but it's still overperformed at the box office a lot, so. Why didn't you like Honora very much? Is it all Baker's works you don't like? To be fair, Honora is the only Sean Baker film I've watched, but I just thought Honora was just, like, very unlikable. I just thought, you know, I thought that film was very unlikable. The characters were annoying. I couldn't stand it. I just could not stand it. Prediction: best casting ends at a tie. Okay, that's not gonna happen with over 10,000 voting members of the Academy. That ain't happening. That is not happening. Jurassic World Rebirth will make $1 billion in its sleep. Book it. I mean, look, I'm just saying it could end up being like, it could end up being like Bumblebee. It's not gonna make as little money as Bumblebee, but like, you know, Bumblebee, despite being the best, arguably one of the best films in the franchise, I mean, definitely the most critically well-acclaimed film of the franchise, it bombed so hard, not bombed, but it made so much less money than the other films because it came out after, like train wreck after train wreck, and people were just sick of Transformers, so Jurassic World Rebirth could face a problem there. What if someday a rich trillionaire buys enough tickets and makes a small $5 million indie film and get $1 billion? Well, I guess that just happens, I guess. It's like, well, okay. That would be a really weird waste of money, though. Let's see. Oh, Easty is goated. Yeah, Easty is goated. Fun fact: you can make literally any noise, and that would be accurate to what a goat would sound like. You know, like the cat says meow. Like if you could literally just make any noise for a goat, and it would be accurate. Like you could go, oh, oh. And I've heard a goat actually make that noise, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, you could literally just make oh. It's like you could literally just make any noise, and that would apply to a goat, because goats are fucking weird. Who's the most likely to be snubbed this year? Minecraft. I think Tom Hanks is an overrated actor. He is nearly always playing the same character, lovely, wholesome family man. Oh, but I like him playing the wholesome family man. Could a film with no nominations but Best Picture win Best Picture? It's happened before. That's actually happened before. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen again, but it has happened before. Grand Hotel, that film, that was like way, like decades and decades and decades ago. But like Grand Hotel was only nominated for Best Picture and won Best Picture, so it has happened. So, heh. Was Grand Hotel a surprise one, or did people see it coming? I don't know, because a lot of the precursors didn't exist at that time. There was no one to ask. We can ask. They were all gone. Being sincere, the only time this happened was with Grand Hotel in 1932. And 1943's The Ox Blow incident is the last film to be nominated only in Best Picture. Imagine the Oscars have a Best Picture tie. That would be... Actually, wait, no. They can't have a tie. Because of the ranked choice voting system, because of how ranked choice voting, the ranked choice voting system works, mathematically there cannot be a tie in Best Picture. So yeah, that's never going to happen. The Fifth Academy Awards production: a major backlash over the new Best Casting Award lead to being canceled or reworked after the ceremony. No, they're not going to do that. No. The internet was so fast when Grand Hotel won Best Picture. Oh yeah. Sinners isn't really a horror film, to be honest. I still want to see it so bad. I want to see it, and if you want to support me on Ko-Fi, that could help me see Sinners. So, prediction major. I mean, you can't make predictions about every crazy. This is not going to be the craziest Oscar season ever. Like, let's be realistic here. Come on. Do you think the little girl from the Florida Project will dominate the Oscars when she gets older? When she was incredible and she was like 8 years old? I don't know. Like, it depends on like if she wants to continue being like a big actress, and if she finds the right roles. So I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. It's kind of hard to sustain that kind of hype. I will say I'm probably... I have 5 gift memberships to gift. I mean, they're free memberships, so I don't get any. But still, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give some people some memberships. All right. Let's see. Who are some memberships? Lord Kennedy, Noah Kaser, Dust Errant, Fraser Porman, and Nick Diaz. Ooh. According to Brian Rowe, the awards contender, Grand Hotel was sort of expected to win Best Picture. Apparently, the cast was the main reason towards it. It was also very popular in the day. Yeah, I would not be surprised. Like, because again, there were not really that many precursors back then. Again, I don't even think the Golden Globes existed back then. Wow, membership. Thanks. Hey, you're welcome, Noah Kaser. You're welcome. Oh. Previous question. What? Oh, the best actor. Oh, wait. Do you think if Project Hail Mary gets a Best Picture nom in 2027, that Ryan Gosling could get an actor nom, even though sci-fi films struggle to get acting noms? Probably. I actually do think Project Hail Mary is a sleeper hit for Best Picture, considering it's Lord and Miller directing it. When they direct movies, people just love them. Even 21 and 22 Jump Street were really well acclaimed. So I have a feeling they might have something on their hands. Prediction: the best actor winner will throw his Oscar at the crowd, will go and hit someone in his head, and that person will die from blood loss. Oh my god! Oh no! Can you think of a better biopic film than The Social Network? Oppenheimer. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, Oppenheimer is the best biopic I've seen yet. I mean, goddamn, Oppenheimer is so good. Ooh, wait. Okay. Oh, okay. So it looks like Sony Pictures has picked up Scarlet. The Mamoru Hosoda film. Oh, that's probably why someone was asking that earlier. And it's coming out December 12th. Ooh, okay. That's interesting. I mean, the fact that Sony is releasing it, they're probably going to campaign the shit out of this. But it also just looks like kind of like a big anime action film, so I don't know how that's going to work. Oh, it looks like Canada may have, like, did Canada, it looks like Liberals won in Canada. Oh God, The Substance. That's not a biopic, you silly. Would you be interested in doing a predictions video together? Well, I'll just see, because I got a lot of things going on in my life right now. We'll see, maybe. I hated Oppenheimer, too many characters and way too fast paced. Oh, I loved Oppenheimer for that reason. 3 hours, by the way. Ooh. And the switch from color to black and white screen annoyed me incredibly. But to be fair, there was a narrative reason for that. Like, the colored scenes were from J. Robert Oppenheimer's perspective, and the black and white scenes were to be shown from where it's not his perspective. So there was a narrative reason for that. The Broadway Melody and Mutiny on the Bounty also only won Best Picture, though they received many other nominations at the 2nd and 8th Academy Awards. Is this likely today? Spotlight got close. No, I don't think that's going to happen today. No. They really like to give awards to their Best Picture winners, so I don't think that's going to happen anymore. All members should try to join the weekly members live streams more often. Yes! Oh my god! Yay! Yeah, actually, no, yeah, you should, yeah, because, consider becoming a member, or even gifting memberships. My god, that helps, it would help the channel a lot if you became a member, or gifted memberships, or you supported me via Ko-Fi. You could do that at all. In fact, look at the pinned comment. Oh my god. Liberals won government but ripped to the NDP. I don't know what the NDP is. What exactly is that? Do you watch snubbed or dubbed? I've never even heard of snubbed or dubbed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of invested in the Canadian race right now. Oh my god. Subtitle. Oh, subtitled or dubbed. Oh, if we're talking about anime, it really depends. Because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like hearing the voices in the American dub for like The Boy and the Heron. I really loved hearing Robert Pattinson's voice. Like that was really cool. But I did see Belle. When it was, I did see Belle in Japanese, and so that was cool. Fun fact: I was the only one in the theater who was watching Belle, and so I just got to relax, not be bothered by a single other person. I was just like, yeah, let's go. And Belle's fantastic. That should have been nominated for Best Animated Feature. My God. If Bad Guys Clue is acclaimed like Spider-Verse, do you think it could get nominated? I mean, yeah, sure, obviously, yeah. But, however, but I don't know. But I don't know if it will be, though. Do you think perhaps Jeremy Allen White is miscasted to play the boss? I don't know why, but I feel like it feels like a mismatch, like Russell Crowe playing John Nash. I don't know. I have faith that he'll play Bruce Springsteen pretty well. Yeah, that's a high bar to clear. Spider-Verse is amazing, yeah. Rebecca, 1940, is the last film today to win Best Picture without winning any other leading award, actor, writer, director. Its other win being photography, black and white. This, I think, may be possible nowadays. I don't know, because I think times have changed a lot nowadays. Animated features should be shortlisted. I don't know, because granted, there's not really as many contenders, but I don't know if we really need animated feature to be shortlisted. I mean, I feel like I think animated feature is doing pretty well without a shortlist right now. I mean, because they could dig deep down and find something really cool and inspired. If you had an all expenses paid trip, which film festival would you go to? That's a good question. Probably TIFF, because those are like where the biggest films come out. And I know for a fact that's where Oscar Expert and Brother Bro and Jonathan Fuji and all the gang, how they're all going to be there. I could mingle with them and go, yeah, we're cool. And yeah, so yeah, TIFF, that'd be my answer. The TIFF Film Festival. South by Southwest is where the biggest films come out. Not really. I mean, like, that's not. I would say no, because like for example, TIFF 2022. That's where you had shit like Fablemans and All Quiet on the Western Front. I think Women Talking was also there. Like, there was a lot. Like, there was a lot. Oh yeah, Glass Onion, I think, premiered at Cannes. So there's that. Yeah, TIFF has new films and prior festival films. Yeah, so like, even though I didn't like Anora, I still would have seen Anora at TIFF. I would have seen Emilia Perez at TIFF. Like, I would still see more movies. It had The Fall Guy. What was your score on the last Oscar show? I got 19 out of 23 to brag a bit. I'm trying to think of what I got. Let me look on Award Expert, actually. I had 17 out of 23. I think that's because, yeah, I got 17 out of 23. I could have, like, I didn't do that well. Because, like, I predicted Emilia Perez to win Best International Feature instead of I'm Still Here, because I'm Still Here just had no wins, and Emilia Perez still won the BAFTA despite the controversy still, like, being known when voting was going on. And also I predicted, I wanted No Other Land to win documentary, but I did not think the Academy was going to have would actually have the will to do it. I thought they would just go for the safe pick, which was, Porcelain War. Do you think if you saw Nora early, you would have liked it better? No, I don't think so. I think I would have still. I think I would have still thought it was very, very annoying. Ooh, do you think a Sundance movie has a chance for a nomination? I mean, anything has a chance, but Sundance this year was not really that showy. So, like, right now, I don't know. Maybe Kiss the Spider Woman, because they could probably get a couple texts, but I don't know. Should I rewatch Conclave tonight? Oh, anytime's a good time to rewatch Conclave. Conclave is masterful. I made the mistake of replacing Mikey Madison with Demi Moore. Had I not done that, I would have been 20 out of 23. Because I actually did go with Mikey Madison. That BAFTA win and Anora clearly winning picture. That's the thing. If a movie's winning picture and someone, like, recently wins an acting award, take that seriously. Are we underestimating The Roses and Twinless? No, we're not underestimating them. Twinless, I think, is already being forgotten about, and The Roses is, like, it's coming out in August, I think. Either August or September. And when you look at the poster they showed at CinemaCon, it's not looking like it's going to be a big thing, to be honest. It doesn't look like it's going to be a big thing. The Roses looks hilarious. Ooh. I will never forget about Twinless. When you see it, you will know that Dylan O'Brien has the best performance this decade. But I don't think, it's not really, caught the pop culture zeitgeist, really. Let's see, what else? Every time the Oscar gives a win to something more alternative, we also are thinking that it'll change the Oscars forever, but it never comes true. Yeah, I don't like. I do think it does. Like, it's something to keep in mind, but obviously, no Oscar season is going to be exactly the same. I think Look Back would have been nominated if it was longer. No, I don't think it would have, because that 5 was so locked up. Like, the only reason why Memoir of a Snail didn't get nominated at the BAFTAs was because there were only 4 nominees. It's like that 5 was so locked up tight. Now, if Look Back came out this year, maybe it would have a shot, but I don't know. Mikey Madison, I think, could be an icon. I think it's fair to assume her head is right with her having 2 parents being psychiatrists. Oh, I wouldn't know anything about that. Everything Ever All at Once seemed to make a difference, so did Poor Things, but now we seem to be back at ground zero. But again, like, every Oscar year is different. You know, we don't know what's going to happen, really. Yeah, Mikey will win a second Oscar one day. Maybe. Who knows? Memoir of a Snail should have won the BAFTA instead of Wallace and Gromit. Sorry, my brain kind of farted for a second. I don't know. I do love Memoir of a Snail, but I don't know. I would have given... Actually, I would have given the BAFTA to actually Flo, but I would vote Wallace and Gromit over Memoir of a Snail. Memoir of a Snail is fantastic, don't get me wrong. But I did prefer Wallace and Gromit. It's weird, because I like Aardman movies, but I don't love them. Wallace and Gromit Vengeance Most Foul was, like, easily the best... it was easily the best, Aardman film for me. Who would win a one-on-one in their prime, Jackie Chan or Jet Li? I have no idea. I genuinely have no clue. Let's see. When is the Hannahcast Movie Awards coming out? Oh, I don't know. I'm probably not going to do the Hannahcast Movie Awards as a video. Probably not. I mean, because, like, I don't, like... Because those videos just don't do well. And I could try to reach out to guests, but I don't know. Wouldn't it be weird for them to present awards that I've already predetermined the winners for? I don't know. I feel like that would be kind of weird. For me to ask them, hey, could you present the awards for categories that I've already, chosen the winners for, and you don't, like... I feel like that's just kind of weird. I don't know if that... Yeah. But, I mean, you can see my Hannahcast Movie Awards. I mean, granted, it's probably going to change. We'll have to see. You can see them on the Award Expert app. Like, look at my favorites list, and look up my Hannahcast movie... Look at the Hannahcast Movie Awards section. Did you see the first images of Josh Brolin and Julia Garner from Weapons? Maybe I did, but I didn't pay attention to it. I don't know. Favorite intro music to any TV show? Ooh, that's... you know what? I'll tell you what it was. I mean, I don't really want to say... no, I don't want to show it because... But I think I might know what it is. Like, I'm probably, like, I'll probably put this in I'll and I will probably also ooh. Am I gonna get copyright claim for this? I don't know. I don't know. Walking with Beasts. Oh my god. You guys probably don't even know what this show is. It's like a documentary series, but it's like a nature documentary, but instead of like modern animals, it's like prehistoric mammals. This is like the sequel to Walking with Dinosaurs, but like this time it's for the mammals. It was like the prehistoric mammals that came around after the dinosaurs. That shit was so cool, man. That was so cool. Like that beat, like that music is so awesome. My god, I love it so much. Where do you get all of your information on what films will be Oscar contender? By the way, because when I want to be updated. When I want to be updated, I go to watch your show or others. Oh, thanks. I mean, to be fair, I also get like information from like watching Oscar expert videos. I'm in the Oscar expert server, and also if you become a member of the channel, if you become a member of the channel, I know that I know some people like AJ and Easty VR. They will they'll share. Like, you know, Oscar news, which I think is pretty important. Like, I know one of them shared something about Ella. I don't know if they shared something about Ella McKay coming out in December, but I know they shared something along those lines. But it's like, so yeah, if you become a member of the Hannahcast channel, which you can for $2 a month, I would suggest doing so. Like, you know, you also get access to because like if you become a Hannahcast channel member. Then you also get access to the Discord server, the members-only Discord server, and, you know, one of them will, you know, keep you up to date on movie news and stuff. Walking with Dinosaurs, 1999, the best. I mean, I really like Walking with Dinosaurs, but man, I love Walking with Beasts even more. It really felt like they really understood the power of having a narrative story with prehistoric creatures. Favorite 2024 movie line? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. I'm trying to think of one that like really stands out to me. Oh, maybe that one line from Deadpool and Wolverine where Wolverine's just like, he was like, motherfucker, I wish I could say you'll die alone. But it's one of God's best jokes that you can't die, except it's all of us. Like, that line was really, really funny. And the way Hugh Jackman delivered it so seriously and just made it even better. Could Superman get more nods than just visual effects and sound? I don't know if it's going to get sound, visual, I've always said, like, I do want to look out if it could be a Best Picture contender, but I don't know. It's not good. I'm not expecting it to be a Best Picture contender. But right now, I think visual effects is its ceiling, and even then, I don't know. The visual effects branch is kind of chilly with DC films. What kind of American are you? Takes the cake for me. Yeah, that was a pretty good scene. That was a pretty good scene from Civil War. Although I will say, I guess a little bit of the impact was, you know, a little bit diminished for me because I really, like, my main problem with Civil War, I like Civil War, but I don't think it's great. It's that they never went into detail with the politics. I feel like, because, like this is a situation where, like, we needed more explanations as to what was going on. Because, because, like, there was, like, in the movie, things are so bad to where Canada and Texas, two states that couldn't be any more, like, politically different from one another, you know, apparently they are, like, they have joined forces to go against the United States. and they never explain why. They never go into detail. That, I think, is really... If you're going to do a movie about a civil war, tell us why the civil war is happening. Seen Warfare yet? No, I have not. I've actually not seen Warfare. Let's see. Would you watch? You should watch Drop when it comes to digital tomorrow. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Have you seen the creepy anti-war film Come and See 1985? It's Russian. No, I have not seen that. Favorite movie genre? And I used to say I didn't really have a favorite movie genre, but I guess probably it's musicals. I just really like musicals. Or at the very least, like, because, like, I can have, like, you know, new songs to listen to. Like, I don't know, I guess I really do latch on to musicals. Even with movies where I don't love the movie, I still end up loving the soundtrack. Like, Mary Poppins Returns. Mary Poppins Returns is, like, you know, a 7 out of 10 movie. That is a 9 out of 10 soundtrack. The only reason why it's not a 10 out of 10 is because I just don't care about the song. Can you imagine that? But to be fair, I have only listened to it once, so maybe I should try to listen to it again, but I love the soundtrack to Mary Poppins Returns. You should bring back This or That. Oh, okay, yeah, that was the one where I did, you know, where I compared, you know, I remember I compared Nosferatu. That did very well. Honestly, I wonder if I could do a redux of that, where it's like comparing 3 Nosferatu movies, like sort of a sequel to that video. Because now we have another Nosferatu movie to compare that to. Maybe I could do that. I do want to maybe one of these days do a comparison of Charlotte's Web, the animated version and the live action version, because I actually think both are great movies. So I think that's also one to very much consider. I'm trying to think of what other ones could I do? And admittedly, I do remember I also did a This or That video on Nightmare on... Actually, I need to see this or That Nightmare on Elm Street. Wait, where did my video go? Okay, yeah, This or That Nightmare on Elm Street. How well did that video do? 102 views, not great, but to be fair, my thumbnail is pretty shitty. I need to rewatch that, because I remember, like, I had I don't know if it's controversial, but I know it's, like, unpopular, that I actually think the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street is better than the original, because I thought it raised a lot more interesting questions, dealt with, you know, like, micro-sleeps more, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Freddy Krueger was way more fucked up as a villain in the remake than he was in the original, and it did make him a lot more scary. My suggestion for This or That is Sinners and Black Panther, but they're not real. I only want to do This or That for like films that are like directly connected with one another, like either remakes or sequels. More so the remakes. I want to do more of the remakes or reboots and stuff. Favorite David Fincher movie? I've not seen that many David Fincher movies, but right now I'd say The Social Network. Are you excited for the Rivals of Amziah King? It seems very fascinating. Yeah, I actually do want to see that. I do want to see the Rivals of Amziah King. Yeah, I like musicals too. Yippee! I love... Yeah, musicals are great. How does she know you love her? How do I know he's mine? Let's see. Maybe the 2 West Side Stories and the 2 Color Purples. Maybe. I've actually never seen the original Color Purple, but West Side Story is interesting because the original West Side Story used to be one of my favorite movies, but then I saw the remake and it kind of highlighted some of the problems with the original. You know, for example, a lot of the Latino characters were not played by Latino actors, and it's kind of soured my thoughts on it a bit. And I'm not gonna lie, the filmmaking in the new one is just so much better, but I do want to take a look at that maybe. Do you think a fictional villain character like the Joker could win an Oscar other than the Joker? I think could, yes. I don't know who would, though. My favorite Fincher film is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I've actually not seen that film in quite some time. I mean, that was before, like, I really started caring about movies when I saw that. So, like, I do want to rewatch that. Can you do this or that with a movie and a book? Oh, definitely not a book. No, I can't. No, I don't have the patience I don't have the patience for a book, which I guess does make me look stupid because I'm just saying, oh, I don't want to read. But I don't have the. I probably can't do that. So probably not. From the trailer, one battle after another looks like a thriller, but with the pacing of an action film, it seems weird. Yeah, it does seem a little bit weird, doesn't it? What are your thoughts on the 65 and 64 Metacritic for Amziah and The Life of Chuck? I mean, I don't know. The other reviews seem very strong, and again, The Life of Chuck, I feel like it's just going to be a general, very good crowd pleaser. And Amziah King, yeah, sure, it didn't really do that well on Metacritic, but it's doing well everywhere else. Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, I think even Letterboxd did very well for it. So it's like, I think like Metacritic might be just the outlier. I think 47 The Hitman, in the hands of the right director, Todd Phillips, could do wonders. I don't know about Todd Phillips because, like, I don't know. Todd Phillips, he just did Joker, Folly Ado, and it's like maybe Joker, the first Joker, was like his one-hit wonder, probably. If you got paid $1 trillion to quit YouTube, would you? Well, I could quit YouTube, but that doesn't mean I can't go to Twitch. Yeah, baby. So yeah, I guess at that point I could just jump platforms, I guess. So yeah, I guess I could just start Twitch streaming. I mean, if I got $1 trillion, I wouldn't have to worry about. Well, I mean, okay, to be fair, if I got $1 trillion, I'd probably donate a lot of it because I don't need that much money to survive, and I'm not gonna have kids, so it's like I'd probably donate a lot of that money. Well, I guess maybe the first things first would be like I would make sure if there were like any taxes involved, those would get sorted out first. But after that, after all taxes are figured out, I would probably also consult someone with, okay, how should I budget? Because I would also want to make sure my brother can survive well on his own. But after that, it's like I would probably just take whatever, just kind of, take whatever, we'll take what I can get. And to live comfortably and just I mean, definitely I would use this as an opportunity to maybe move out. Like I could, at that point, I could just move to LA at that point. But I would probably donate a lot of the money because I don't need $1 trillion. Hell, I don't even really need $1 billion, to be honest. Is these? Oh wait. Oh, wait. If you move to Twitch, that means no award season videos. I mean, do you enjoy making award season videos? No, I do. I actually do. But to be fair, at that point, I could just do all the award stuff on Twitch. I could literally just take all the award stuff that I was doing on YouTube and just do it on Twitch. I could just do that, you know? So it's like, it would be kind of weird because no one's really doing that on Twitch. But it's like, you know, yeah. Just notice Benicio del Toro is starring in 2 films by directors named Anderson. Could he get a double nomination, or am I stretching it? Yeah, you're stretching it a bit, I'd probably say. But yeah, I would say, yeah, I absolutely enjoy making award season videos. So, and it's like, okay, granted, it would be kind of weird because, like, it's kind of hard to do collabs. But then again, you know, I guess what I could do on Twitch is have the video, when it comes to like big prediction videos and stuff, or like big collabs, I could just have those like pre-recorded and just, you know, sort of like how I have a "We'll be right back" screen right here. Well, I could just like, cause that's a pre-recorded video that I have on loop. I could just do that with a collab video. Just have that play during a stream, although it wouldn't be looped, but yeah. When do you think will be the next time a fiasco like the slap happens at the Oscars? Oh, I have no clue. Oh my god. That was such a disaster. Ugh. Ooh. Previous question. What? What? Are you talking about Drop? I've not seen Drop. The guy said Michael is now gone. What about the 4 Beatles films in 27? I don't think the Beatles films are out. No, I think that I can already see through that. I think those are that's gonna be a gimmick that like doesn't turn out to work, I think. If you could be cast in a 2024 movie that got at least 1 nomination, what would it be? That got at least 1 nomination. See, it's strange because like I want to be a part of like, ooh. Maybe Wicked, because then like that's like the most populist film, and I could probably like depends on like how big my role is. Like, how big is my role? Is Sam Mendes trying to be an edgelord with the Beatles film? It seems a bit silly, this entire project. I don't know what's about being an edgelord, but I do think he's I do think the ambition is probably too strong. In Wicked, you would be in a role similar to Bo and Yang's. Okay, well, yeah, like, I could still stand out in that, so probably, yeah, maybe Wicked. Next year, might be the battle of the Spielberg, Nolan, and Denis. Who performs the best at the Oscars? You better pick Denis or else. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, it might not be either of them. Also, Spielberg, I don't know. It's really tough to decide when it comes to the disc. I'm assuming that's what his UFO film was called. Because I don't know if it's going to be like a big blockbuster film, or if it's going to be like, I don't know if it's going to be more like Ready Player One, or like in terms of space movies. I don't know if it's going to be more like, you know, War of the Worlds or Arrival. If it's more of a drama like Arrival, then yeah, I do think the disc will get in. But it's really hard to say. I would love it if Nolan got, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of more excited for The Odyssey than even Dune Messiah. Don't get me wrong, I'm really excited for Dune Messiah, but like, come on. I mean, it's Nolan. Christopher Nolan is my all-time favorite director, so I'm obviously gonna root for him. What Oscar season are you most looking forward to, this award season or next? Next award season, because, again, you got Spielberg, you got Nolan, you got Denis Villeneuve, you supposedly got Scorsese, and you got fucking... Oh, yeah, and that's supposedly when Greta Gerwig's Narnia movie's coming out. Oh, my God, and that's also when you got Project Hail Mary. Next year's going to be so good for the Oscars. Ah! And also, you got Avengers Doomsday coming out. My God! And... Oh wait, no, I forgot, wait, Spider-Verse is coming out in 2027, but yeah! My bold take is Denis Villeneuve will never win Best Director. Oh, that's sad. I think he will win I think he will win one of these days. He just needs to find the right project. He'll win like Christopher Nolan one of these days. But Christian, Sinners, look, I am looking forward to Sinners, but like, a lot of these other films I'm even more excited for. Mainly The Odyssey and Dune Messiah. But I do, and plus, even if Sinners is as good as it is, I mean, there's probably not going to be that many movies that are going to stand out this year. Trolls, damn, that makes me sad. He's my guy. What? Oh. Oh, for this. I might... Yes, I mean, I'm not Jesus, so I could be wrong. I mean, maybe I'm Jesus. Will you see Dune 3 in theaters no matter what? I mean, that depends on money. I mean, here's the thing. I don't choose to not see movies in theaters. I just have not been able to see movies in theaters. Supergirl is also 2026. Oh yeah, and also that's also Clayface. Clayface is coming out next year. So let's go! Oh my god! I'm so excited for next year. Next year is going to be goated. Also Wildwood and Toy Story 5. Oh my god! And Shrek 5. Maybe I'm not sure if I should be excited for that, but ooh. Didn't Supergirl get shelved? No. That's Batgirl you're thinking of. Batgirl got canceled, but that was before even James Gunn came on board. A gray button, it seems. Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu with Tom Cruise. I'm not excited for Iñárritu films anymore. If that story is true about how in Bardo he supposedly did not follow COVID safety protocols, which caused the deaths of like many people on set, if that story is true, I'm not really excited for any Iñárritu movie in the future. Wildwood will be nominated in 2027. Yeah, I agree. I have Matt Damon winning for Best Actor in your 2027 predictions. Okay, that's bold. I don't know if that's going to happen, but, yeah, I don't know. He could get nominated. I think as long as The Odyssey isn't weird, as long as it's not weird like Tenet, I think it'll get into Best Picture. Wildwood and Toy Story 5 will be nominated in 2027? Yeah. Who are some actor and actresses that you think will never win an Oscar? Actor? Well, I guess Tommy Wiseau, he's not going to win an Oscar. Jordan Peele film 2026. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that excited. Like, Get Out, I think is like one of the best horror movies ever made. Maybe one of the best written films. But nothing he's done after that has like really Us is good, Nope is good, but do I think they're great? No, I think there are very big problems with those movies, and it's like I can't really get excited for a Jordan Peele movie anymore. He's kind of like, I feel like he was a one-hit wonder with Get Out. Jim Carrey sadly won't win. Oh, that'd be sad. Oh man. You might be right. I mean, God. Fun fact, Jim Carrey was originally going to star in and co-write a movie, a biopic about Howard Hughes with Christopher Nolan. Like, Christopher Nolan was going to write and direct it, and apparently he was writing the screenplay with Jim Carrey. But they stopped production on it because of Martin Scorsese's The Aviator. And I think Jim Carrey honestly could have gotten a Best Actor nomination for that. Jim Carrey only does Sonic now. I mean, I don't know if it's that, but it's also like Jim Carrey seems to be very selective with his projects nowadays, and I don't think he does like Oscar bait things anymore. He kind of wants to do movies that like make everyone happy and stuff. Other than his Get Out Oscar, Ryan Coogler is having the career Jordan Peele should also be having. I think Ryan Coogler has just been more consistent with his films, to be honest. I think Ryan Coogler just makes films, but I don't want to really compare the two. I don't really want to compare the two, really. Any additional thoughts on stunt design? I personally think the name is weird. Stunt coordination seemed more appropriate, but I think it's like something that the stunt people have been wanting to be recognized as. Like, for example, the Fall Guy. That was the first ever time where there was a credit, where there was a credit for the stunt designer, and that is the stunt coordinator. And I think that's a good name for it because there is a really cool flair to it, and also like they still have to they do design the stunt, so it's like, all right, I don't mind that. Yeah, for sure, he's proven to be capable of doing serious roles. I mean, The Truman Show. I mean, not just The Truman Show, but like Man on the Moon and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. So yeah. Robert Eggers, Werewolf 2026. Oh, yeah, I gotta be excited for that, for Werewolf. Oh, because, like, Nosferatu was my shit, man. I love Nosferatu so much. Oh, my God. Since the stunt category doesn't include choreography, missed opportunity. Do you think they could announce a category for that? I think I don't think they needed to put in choreography along with stunts, because I feel like the people that I feel like the people nominating would clash so hard, because they are two different things. I mean, they do have similarities, but I do feel like they would clash so bad, and it's like I think people ultimately, general voters would also just get confused, how they, vote on these categories. So it's like, I don't think they needed to put choreography there. I think stunt design is probably more necessary right now than choreography, because there are just more action films being made more than dancing films. Are you excited for Masters of the Universe? I don't know if I could say that I am, because I'm not really that excited. Like, I don't know. I never grew up on Masters of the Universe, so. Oh God, Elizabeth Sparkle's back. I'm sorry you didn't win Best Actress. You should have won. But if it wasn't for Nora. Hi, Nora. Hi. There was a short-lived best category in the 30s, lasted only 3 years. Apparently it was deleted because of fights between the Directors Guild and the Choreographers Guild. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a choreography award. That there actually was a choreography award. Wow. Oh, it's called Best Dance Direction. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Huh. The Academy Award for Best Dance Direction. The Academy Award for Best Dance Direction was presented from 1935 to 1937, after which it was discontinued due to pressure from the director's branch. It is the only category for which the Marx Brothers received an Oscar nomination for the dance number All God's Chillin' Got Rhythm in A Day at the Races. Broadway melody of 1936, Follies Berger de Paris, The Great Ziegfeld, and Damsel in Distress. Okay. Wait, I just realized this was like only 1 year. I think this was like 1 year before The Wizard of Oz came out. Man, isn't that crazy? Like that The Wizard of Oz almost got a choreography award nomination. But that's fascinating. But also, more musicals were being made back then, so that's probably why there was a category for that. I have a feeling that you will dislike After the Hunt. I have no idea. Do you love Carey Mulligan as an actress? I do think she's a very good actress. A similar fate fell upon the Oscars for Best Assistant Director. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's very close. Oh, for The Wizard of Oz? Yeah. Honestly, maybe Wizard of Oz could have won that. It maybe could have won choreography. But then again, I don't know what other movies came out that year. What is this music that is playing? Oh, that's the background music that I have. Yeah, I kind of have like the background music because I don't want it to be like completely dead air. I felt she could only play sugar sweet shy characters, but oh, I was wrong when I saw Promising Young Woman. I was cheering for her all the way. Yeah, she's very good as an actress. She is very good. Where did you get your backdrop? Oh, this backdrop. Well, back when I had a good job and I had good money, I made this tapestry and I made it like on some website and I think it was like Redbubble and I just kind of, I bought it and I just wanted a good background and it is a very good background. However, I do want to update it because I have a new logo. I do have a new Hannahcast logo. I mean, not the head. The head stays there, but, let me actually pull up what I currently have. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me just, yeah, because I have this. I have this as my logo now. And you can see that the font is, the font is actually custom made. I had this custom made, again, back when I had a good job. But it's like, I want to remake this tapestry with this new logo, but obviously I've just never had the funds to do it. Wait, am I lagging right now? Am I lagging? And then Frances McDormand had to spoil the fun. No, her win was great. What's your opinion on having 2 different music score categories again? I would not like that. There was really no reason to have best original, like best dramatic score and best musical comedy score. There was no reason. Like, the only reason why they did that is because they didn't want Disney winning every year. But it's like, sorry, like, I don't care if Disney keeps winning. It's like the best score of the year should win. Not full stop. The best score is the best score, regardless if it's a drama or comedy musical score. So it's like, I don't think, I think I'm glad that they took that out and had it only have best original score, because it's like, I just don't care like how many times Disney wins. It's like the best should win, and it's like, who cares? I don't think the Oscars should be based around, oh, but this person already has an Oscar, I want to give it to someone else. Like, no, like, give it to them based on merit. I don't care about how many Oscars someone already has. Yeah, taking a dookie in a bucket, that's all it takes. Boo! Boo! Not a fan of these fly-in-the-wall type of films. I mean, yeah, again, to be fair, I did not like Nomadland. I don't like Nomadland. I just thought she was great in it. That's the thing, like, I don't think because her movie wasn't that good doesn't mean that she automatically doesn't deserve an award. Color or black or white, or black and white. It depends on the film. Like, some films some films do, benefit from black and white, but then others I think are better for color. Like, for example, like, I do feel like Psycho works as a black and white film, and this is very evident when you watch the Gus Van Sant Psycho remake, where they do everything shot for shot, but the problem is the original Psycho was shot to be in black and white. And so when you have, like, all these shots recreated in color, it doesn't look as interesting, because it wasn't meant to be filmed that way in color. But then there's other films like Mad Max Fury Road, where, like, they had the chrome edition, but it's like, I think Mad Max Fury Road works because of its color. At least visually it works because of its color. So it's like, it really depends on the film. Do you think Hans Zimmer, Ludwig Göransson, or someone else could be regarded on the same level as John Williams decades from now? Some probably would argue Hans Zimmer. Ludwig Göransson, though, the fact that I do think he's going to win Best Original Score for Sinners, and that means he would have won 3 Oscars in the span of less than 10 years. So he might already be on his way to GOAT status. Like, he doesn't do as many movies. He doesn't do as many movies as like John Williams or Hans Zimmer, but whenever he does do a score, oh, it's quality. Oh my god, it's Awards Garage, movies and more. I don't know why it, wait, hold on. Okay, it cut off. There we go. Oh my god, it's him. Oh my god, it's him. Hello, Awards Garage. What's up, brother? I thought you deleted my collab comment. No, I don't think I did. Maybe it was like an automatic thing. Maybe it was like an automatic thing. Cause sometimes, sometimes there'll be like comments held for review, or like they'll like it'll be like an automatic thing. So yeah, I'm sorry if that happened, but it probably wasn't me that did that. So yeah. Jailer's one of the goats. All good. Come on into the garage. Not creepy. And we'll talk Oscars 26. Oh, okay. Bringing me into the garage. Okay. But yeah, we'll see. Wait, what if Sinners suffers the same fate of Challengers? Here's the problem. I don't think it's gonna be Challengers. Well, because for one, Sinners is way more acclaimed than Challengers was, but also it's dealing with a lot more relevant issues and dealing with a lot more things that voters can relate to, rather than Challengers. Because Challengers didn't really stand for anything. It was just kind of like a weird Gen Z horny movie. Whereas with Sinners, it kind of does have everything going for it in terms of what works at the Oscars. In my awards, I have Better Man winning visual effects. I haven't seen Dune 2, lol. For me, Better Man would be number 2 for visual effects. Dune would actually be number 3 for me. Like, Dune Part 2 had very good visual effects, but like, I feel like, well, for one, I would vote for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, because objectively speaking, objectively speaking, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was like the biggest leap forward in visual effects that year. Just watch Visual Effects Artist React's video to that, where they talk about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. The bridge scene alone is insane. Like, it looks like when there's there's a character that there's like an ape character that falls in the water, and the water's just hitting them, and it's just frothing down their fur. It's like, it looks so real. It's actually fucking crazy how good that is. And it's like, yeah, Dune Part 2 does have very good effects, but it's also like, it's not really pushing the meter forward as much as like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, or even as much as Better Man, because Better Man is very impressive with how far they went into detail with making Robbie Williams into an ape, and how, they, like, his tattoos were basically like, shaved fur and stuff to look like tattoos, and the fact that there's so much visual effects where there's like, even where you wouldn't even notice it. It's like, Better Man, I think, yeah. So for me, it would have been. I actually do agree with all the Oscar nominees for visual effects. That hasn't happened for a long time, not since 2018, where you had the Avengers: Infinity War and First Man and Christopher Robin and Solo and Ready Player One. But but this year, I actually agree with all the nominees, and the way I would do it would be Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Better Man, Dune Part 2, Alien Romulus, and Wicked. But yeah. Christian, you also 100% collab. We'll see. Oh. And there's a hand. But yeah. I will say next year, not for the movies of this year, but like next year's visual effects race is going to be very interesting. Because we got Dune 3 coming out. You got a Star Wars movie coming out, which you got to bet on that. Avengers, Doomsday's coming out that year. I think Narnia, I think Greta Gerwig's Narnia movie is going to get nominated for visual effects. And the last one is interesting. It could either go to The Hunt for Golem or even, Project Hail Mary, because I don't think, I don't really think, or at least I'm very hesitant to say that The Odyssey is going to get a visual effects nomination, so probably not. Better Man versus a Complete Unknown in terms of biopic. Oh, I prefer Better Man. I prefer Better Man by a lot. I mean, I like A Complete Unknown, but it's like a good 7 out of 10 for me. Better Man's actually great. I love Better Man. The makeup at the end of Sinners is incredible, but it's only for like 10 seconds. I don't know if the Academy would recognize that. God, I still want to see Sinners so bad. I really want to see it. I prefer Better Man. I grew up listening to Bob Dylan. I grew up listening to neither artists, but I thought Better Man was better. It was a lot more interesting. The editing was especially very, very good. In fact, I feel like Better Man did a better job weaving, Robbie Williams' songs into the narrative better than Rocket Man weaved in the Elton John songs. Like, I don't know, I feel like Better Man, I think maybe because since Better Man had a completely digital character, they could go absolutely insane with, like, for example, that sequence where he's driving his car, it's like, that's something that you could only do if the character was, like, entirely CG. It's like, I feel like that was a more interesting, I thought it had more interesting, a more interesting angle to it. A complete unknown for me, but I'm also a Timmy fan. I mean, don't get me wrong, Timmy was very good in the film. He was great. Honestly, I would have double nominated Timmy for lead actor. Like, a double nomination for him. I would have given him nominations for Dune Part 2 and A Complete Unknown. He was just that good in both of them. How long did it take for Better Man to be made? I have no idea. I honestly have no clue how long it took for that film to be made. Okay, now after this Rocket Man segment, I have to watch Better Man. Yeah, like I like Rocket Man, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like the direction wasn't near as strong. Like, for example, when they did Saturday, like it's a very good rendition of the song audibly, but direction wise, it just feels like they were doing a long take just so they could do it, and there wasn't really much style to it. Whereas with the rock DJ sequence in Better Man, I feel like that had a lot more style to it. And again, it's probably because they had a CG character that you could do a lot more with. You could have a better time staging things with. Life which up getting any noms, I'm thinking maybe adapted screenplay. Oh, I think it's still going to be a big Best Picture contender. Because, like, even at CinemaCon, when the trailer was shown, people were like, oh my god, I can't, this movie looks amazing. It's like, I genuinely do feel like The Life of Chuck is going to strike a chord with audiences. Very much so. I think it's going to very much strike a chord with audiences, and it could definitely threaten Best Picture. Oh wait, you're talking to AJ. Hee. This is your longest stream? It's probably not my longest stream. I definitely had longer streams before, but like, this is a long stream. Like I said, guys, if you want to become a member of the channel, consider, like, it's only $2 a month, and for that you can get emojis, badges, members-only videos, members-only shout-outs, or, like, member shout-outs at the end of my videos, members-only polls for videos, and early access to Oscar predictions videos, all that cool stuff, and, you consider becoming a member, so tee-hee. So far, Ryan Coogler made 2 actors win Globes and critics, yet still lose the Oscar. Will this happen again with Sinners? I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's like, maybe that's too much of a coincidence. But at the same time, I think this will be different because Sinners is most likely getting in Best Picture, unlike Creed and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. How would you react if there were only 8 Best Picture nominees next year? That would be crazy because it's like they clearly didn't, like, they clearly said that it's like wait, I thought we were doing 10. I'd be kind of upset because I like having everything locked down to 10 nominees. I like that. It's longer than Adrian Brody's Oscar speech. It's so long. Oh.
car door then.
Let's see. The only thing longer than Adrian's Oscar speech is Killers of the Flower Moon. Jimmy Kimmel joke, I know. Anyone else knows that Adrian Brody also broke Charlton Heston's award for longest performance to win lead actor? Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, I'm not surprised because, like, Adrian Brody was in a lot of that movie. He was in almost every scene, I think. Maybe. He broke it by 4 minutes, still shorter than his speech. Oh boy. Trying to think. No one's saying anything right now. Oh. But yeah, maybe we could leave it there. Maybe. Did you brush your teeth today? Yes, I did. What's your couple of most anticipated films for the rest of the year? Mine are Weapons and One Battle After Another. Well, definitely Superman. Superman's my most anticipated movie of the year. I'm definitely most anticipating Superman. I'm also very excited for The Life of Chuck. I'm very, very excited for The Life of Chuck. Also, Avatar 3. Like, I thought Avatar 2 was better than the first one, so I'm very much looking forward to Avatar Fire and Ash. I think a race between Timothy and... Oh, yeah, you said this earlier, yeah. I'm here just finishing this upload. Oh, okay. I was going to say this year would be uninteresting, but I said the same thing about last year. Yeah, like, it really is. We just have not really seen what else is coming out this year. You should make a list of what if there were 20 Best Picture nominations? Oh, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could. That require, like, because, like, 10's already hard to figure out when there's, like, 5 nominees, but, like, 20? Oh... My mom would love it if Tom Hiddleston wins the Oscar. Oh, I would not bet on Tom Hiddleston for The Life of Chuck because apparently he's not in the, from what I understand, he's not in the movie that much. He's just not in the movie that much. Like they said, like I've heard that if any acting contender were to come out of Chuck, it would be Mark Hamill. Like watching Allie and Foreman fighting in the jungle. Oh. Demi Moore wasn't the substance that much. I don't, but I think again, I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I think I think ultimately it was just like Mikey Madison was just in the Best Picture winner, and the hype for Honora was just that strong. I think that's why she was winning. I think if Mikey Madison wasn't there, then Demi Moore would have easily won. I mean, considering she swept everywhere except the BAFTA. Beware or be aware. What? What? I don't quite get this. I will say, I've recently been seeing, like, this debate online as to whether or not, like, oh, could 100 people beat one gorilla in a fight? It's like, no. No, gorillas are extremely strong. They can... Like, it's weird. Like, if you don't know, I talk about, I do also know a lot about animals, so that's one thing I want to try to do. I want to try to do something on the second channel. That's one thing I want. I don't know if I've told you guys this. I want to start doing more on the second channel, the second Hannahcast channel, which I've never actually announced, but where I just want to do things that's other than just like movies and Oscar stuff. But like, I need to figure out what content to put up on there. Like, I do want to maybe talk about some animal stuff, but it's also like, obviously it wouldn't be monetized until, later on. Like, no, it wouldn't be monetized until, like, it would get, like, 1,000 subscribers. Maybe a video game channel? I'd probably just put that under the Hannahcast, the other Hannahcast channel. I refuse to believe that Demi Moore lost. There had to be a tie at first. They just did a tiebreaker round. I don't think that's the case. I think it's just Honora was just a more liked movie. People were just latched onto Honora, and they really wanted Honora to win as many Oscars as it could. I mean, God, for God's sakes, it won editing, and it didn't win anywhere else. So it's like they clearly were just having like an Honora high. Isn't it fair to say Mikey's just a better actress than Demi? No hate. I mean, that's subjective, though. That's a completely subjective thing. But again, I just feel like, I don't think it's, like, I don't think it's, unreasonable to suggest that, that the hype for Honora I don't think it's unreasonable to say that, the hype for Honora didn't at least, push, Mikey Madison over the line just a little bit. I think that's fair to say that that the hype did push Mikey Madison over the edge. Cause like, again, you look at how well Honora did compared to everywhere else. It's like, again, Honora won editing. It didn't win at Critics' Choice, BAFTA, or even the Eddie. And the Eddie Awards are done by film editors. So it's like, I feel like they were really just on an Honora. I think they really were on an Honora high. Should a movie about 100 men fighting one gorilla be an Oscar contender? Yes, and it should win. My mom said that if Demi were to lose, it would have been the Torres. By the way, we are Brazilian. Oh, that didn't work out. Oh. Yeah, I once Mikey Madison won the BAFTA, I was like, oh, it's over. I've been rooting for Demi this whole season because she just seems like a really nice and genuine person. I mean, I'm sure she is. I just thought she just did a great job with her performance. My vote actually would have gone to Fernanda Torres amongst the nominees, but I thought but if Demi Moore were to win, if it's between Demi Moore and Mikey Madison, I would have gone for Demi Moore easily. I felt devastated watching Mikey at the end, but a bit indifferent towards Demi. Every single editing award this season went to a different film. Yeah, it was like absolutely chaotic this year. It was absolutely chaotic. Demi and Mikey's performance are about on par for me. Oh yeah, that's fair. Although I'm not gonna lie, I think my overall best lead actress pick of the year was Lily Rose Depp for Nosferatu. I mean, that's a performance that could have so easily gone so wrong and could have been stupid, but she played it so well and so precisely to where her performance was genuinely kind of creepy. And she was doing a lot with that performance. So it's like, I really did like what she was doing with that. I still haven't seen Nosferatu, says EastVR. Oh, you should! You should see Nosferatu. It's like the second best movie of last year. Oh my god, I loved Nosferatu so much. That movie is so fucking cool. Oh my god. Like, they don't make horror movies like that anymore. Like, where you have like a good-sized budget, large sets, large costumes, large cinematography. It's like, nowadays horror movies are mostly just kind of, indie films. And it's like, I kind of like that we had like a good, decent budget for that film. Lily Rose Depp was nominated at the Satellite Awards. I mean, yeah, but to be fair, like, I don't know, like, Satellite Awards? Oh, God, it is getting late. It's 11:43 p.m. Ooh. But indie films are better than blockbusters most of the time. I don't think the budget has anything to do with it, though. The budget has nothing to do with it. I just think aesthetically, I just want to see more big studio films being, taking chances on films like this. And I don't think indie films are inherently better than blockbusters. I just don't believe. I don't think indie films are inherently better than blockbusters, and I don't think blockbusters are inherently better than indie films. I'm just meaning, like, I want to see studios take more of these kind of risks with larger budget films like this. It's just that most blockbusters are cash grabs, but most indie films are made with passion. I mean, to be fair, every movie is made to make money. I mean, let's not beat around the bush here. Every movie's made to make money to some extent. Not to say that they can't also be done with passion. And to be fair, even the blockbusters are made with passion. Like, I do believe the filmmakers behind them are wanting to make the best movie possible. So it's like, I feel like it's a little bit disingenuous to say that, oh, blockbuster films have like no passion behind them, or, and that, indie films can't possibly be made to make money. It's like, no, it is the film business, and they do want to make money on these movies. It's just, so it's like, yeah, I don't believe that. I feel like this is a bit too much of a generalization, really. I think any film can be good or bad. There isn't a category that inherently makes it lesser than another. See, yeah, I do agree with that. Yeah, it's not it's a lot more nuanced than just saying, oh, smaller budget equals better movie. Because I mean, I'll tell you this, I've seen some really shitty low budget films. And so it's like, it doesn't really matter what the budget is. What matters is the filmmaker behind that. Are they a good director? Are they a good writer? Who is closer to being nominated this year, Daniel Craig or Hugh Grant? I'd still say Daniel Craig. Because, I just don't believe... Don't get me wrong. Hugh Grant was great in Heretic. But do I really think he would have gotten a lead actor nomination for that? No. I do feel like Daniel Craig was closer. Sure, he didn't get the BAFTA, but that's also because the BAFTAs really, really love Hugh Grant. I mean, the fact that SAG went for Craig instead of Hugh Grant is kind of crazy. Yeah, The Room is an indie film. Yeah, that movie was awful. Yeah, Grant did get more precursors. Actually, wait, no. I think they actually got the same. Because they both got Golden Globe. They both got Critics' Choice. And... Wait. Yeah, they both got Critics' Choice. And... Yeah, so they got both those. Meanwhile, Craig got SAG and Grant got BAFTA. So I think they were actually kind of neck and neck with one another. Do you think the Academy is mature enough to let a trans person win for Best Actor? I guess not even just Best Actor, but just like regardless. I guess it would be like you know, if a trans woman were to win Lead Actress or a trans man were to win Lead Actor, and vice versa. Or like when it comes to like the supporting categories, like a supporting trans actor winning supporting actor, and stuff like that, where it's like. Maybe I don't know. It's kind of tough because I don't know. Especially nowadays, like it's kind of it's rough for trans people out there right now. So it's like I hope so. I hope they can be nominated more. But like I hope we can get a good a winner one of these days. And if it wasn't, I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't for the Carla Sofia Gascon tweets, I would have considered her for the lead actress win, for my personal win. But then it turns out she had to be a piece of shit, and it's like, Christian, you're a machine, bro. Can't believe you can go for almost 4 hours. My voice would be destroyed after 2 hours of talking. To be fair, I might try to end the stream soon. I've just been really clinging on to hopefully getting any new memberships, either new memberships or Ko-Fi tips or something like that. I've just been really wanting to see if I can get at least one new one that I don't gift membership myself. And again, like I said, if anyone's wondering, and for anyone out there, like, you could give memberships, like, for all these, cool perks, like membership badges, emojis, shout-outs, members-only videos, early access to Oscar prediction videos, consider becoming a member. You really won't regret it. It's really cool, and you're helping support the channel, and you're helping us, keep the lights on. I think Elliot Page could win. That'd be nice. I'm trying to think of who else. Like, I think it would happen. I think a trans actor or actress winning in the future would, I think one day it could happen, but it really depends on like how much the Academy has like grown and stuff. We'll see more trans performances nominated soon. The community is growing. I would like that. Nice chatting, fellas. Talk to you soon. Christian, follow and check DMs. Okie dokie. Hunter Schafer is in my top 5 for supporting right now, so that's who I'm counting for a trans rep soon. For Mother Mary. I sadly think Mother Mary's just not going to be a thing. I think Mother Mary's just going to be like another kind of like, just like another, I forget who the director is, but the director just doesn't really make Oscar-friendly films. So I think that, I don't know. I think Mother Mary just might be a non-starter, sadly. Hunter Schafer is getting to work with some great directors. Honestly, maybe Hunter Schafer could be the first. Maybe she could be the first. Maybe, or not just trans performances, but maybe a trans person can win in a tech soon. See, that's very likely, I think. I think that would definitely, especially, or even like a documentary. Like a documentary? Like that would be that's definitely where a trans person could win an Oscar, I think. Did you watch Euphoria? No, and I probably won't because I don't really watch a lot of TV in general. I'm already struggling to, watch The Last of Us and Andor, which I need to watch, but yeah. And I still haven't finished the newest Boys season. I need to finish that. Would be even crazier if the trans person, let's say a trans man, wasn't even in the main topic itself. Would be so cool. Okay, so like a trans actor or actress winning an acting Oscar for a movie that's not even trans centered. That would be interesting. Yeah. Like Peter Dinklage being more than a dwarf. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I love if Hunter Schafer won an Oscar. She's very underrated. Thanks to Christian and the chat for a great stream. I'm headed out. I might be getting ready to head out as well. You know, I might be getting ready to head out as well, gamers. But yeah, man, this is a long. We went on for a long time. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And now I'm gonna pass the question off to you. You know, what are your predictions for this upcoming month's Oscar predictions for the month of May? Let me know in the comments below what you think. And be sure you hit that subscribe button. Because if you don't... I'll never predict the Oscars again.